Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome once again to Fun Time Friday. You know it. We started 18 episodes ago now, and here we are, 18 episodes later, still going strong with a day where I bring on people from chat, bring on people from Discord, all walks of the internet to come on and chat about their favorite escapism, their favorite food. I don't know. We can do any and all tonight. So welcome once again to that. And top to the bottom in the sector, I did it first. I did it best. I did it right here every Friday night. So anybody else who thinks they're 6'3", I'll put it out on Twitter because they can't. This is where it started. This is where it's gonna be. You can come meet me. We can all have a good chat together. Let's welcome some recurring guests here. We've got Mike and Serranos. Welcome once again to Blaine's Escape Corner. How are we doing tonight?
Shinobi
Pretty
Toki's
good.
bad.
What?
Shinobi no Toki's bad.
You
It's
can say
really
that.
bad. Yeah.
How is it so bad? It's so silly.
It
Did a
did
new
you?
episode
It
drop?
did you?
What episode
I mean,
are
the
we
newest
on?
episode was the gas station episode that just dropped.
I actually
I
haven't
didn't see
watched
that.
any second episodes except for I think it was the Villainous. I think that's the only one I watched 2 episodes of. Nothing
Oh
else.
wow.
You need to see episode
I just
3
watched
then.
25 episode ones. I
I
actually
watched-
did put out my little tier list thing. I finished it because I watched Urusei Yatsura.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm hoping I'll pull that up here as we're discussing. Just gotta send the link around there. All right.
And you need to see episode 3 of Villainous. That has a really satisfying conclusion.
Does it?
I mean, I read the manga. Yeah, I mean, I know it's.
Oh, okay. Then you know
Yeah.
what happens.
Well, that's why I'm not like in a rush to get it because I was like, I very much like the manga. I feel like just listening to Rei Takahashi's voice, I'm gonna like the adaptation even more, honestly.
Ooh, you're a voice follower now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hard to not recognize her voice. It's mostly
That
the
is
OP.
true.
I was like,
Isn't
oh wait,
she-
this is kind of familiar. Yeah.
Isn't she the one that has like the Ray making weird noises, and it's just like this huge litany of different characters that are all just
these
going
different things. Yeah.
ooh, ah, ooh, ah, and it's like 10 minutes long or something crazy like that. That's what I remember. Hold on, let me pull this up. Pop, pop, pop. Where it's an anime, I'm guessing. You stuck in an anime. Okay, here we go. Open original. Welcome, Pop. How are you doing as well tonight?
I'm doing well. Hope you guys are too.
You've been a busy bee. Let's see if I
a little bit, eh?
Yeah, you got your all new show lined up. Hey, that works. Works quite nicely. Talking about trades.
Yeah, I'm hoping that gets a bit of traction, and people that are interested in it. I hope it, gets people wanting to actually learn them.
Yeah, I was. It's interesting because I feel like even from Canada to America, it seemed very similar in stuff that I've heard about what we need.
Yeah, some of the names are a little different, but other than that.
All righty, here we are. Here is the tier list according to Serranos. All right, Pop, how caught up are you with all of the shows for this season?
So what I've been getting at so far: Akiba Maid War, Immoral Guild, Reincarnated as a Sword. That's about it for.
Are you watching Immoral Guild online?
Yes.
In the only way you should.
I wouldn't ever bother. Like if I only had access to Censored version, I just wouldn't even bother. I'll watch a second episode, but I don't think I'm gonna watch a third.
I'm surprised that second episode needs no censorship. Like there's nothing on that second episode where I was like, what would they have actually censored? Now that I've finished it, I'm like trying to think back as to like what it could have been, because there was never like a scene where you saw anything. I was like, huh, maybe her pants are too tight. It was very strange. I was like, I guess we have to censor it somewhere. Alex Moore, welcome to chat. Compa, everyone.
Hello.
All right, you want to start at the top or do you want to start at the bottom?
Either way, it doesn't matter to
Let's
me.
start with the power bottom. We got Dog down here. Renee flops. Love flops. Sounds like it's flopping for you, or is
See, I
Dog a
didn't wanna-
specialty tier?
I didn't want to put the R word on screen because that automatically gets dinged. So basically, there's a dog that is very aggressive towards a young boy, and then it later
Well,
comes back,
one young boy, a
And
and
young
then
then
boy.
later, and then it comes, and then no, it's actually a trap. I don't know. I think you're allowed to
Oh,
say
is-
that still on YouTube.
I
You're getting
don't
banned
care.
on Twitch though.
I'm too small for anybody to bother coming after
Yeah,
me.
you're still getting banned on Twitch. It's gonna happen one day.
They're just coming for me anyway.
Yeah, it's just gonna be here in the VOD. You're gonna forget about it. It's gonna be a long gone deleted. You can't even do anything about it.
Gotcha.
But then they're gonna ding you.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm simul doing this, and then all of these streams, every single one is duplicated onto Rumble because Rumble will actually duplicate my streams, even
That's
though I
cool.
don't have a lot of subs. Odyssey is like, oh, do you have 300 subscribers? Because then we can do it. I'm like, no, I don't. What? And they're you can do it manually, and I'm like, I don't want to do it manually. Rumble's over
Beautiful.
there like, yeah, we've copied your entire
Dude,
YouTube
we'll
channel.
take anything we can get. We'll put it
Yeah.
out there on Twitter. We'll put it out on Twitter.
Yeah, put it out on Twitter. We'll take anything you got. Please,
Yeah,
we
love-
need content.
Love flops. They were so predictable. They had a weather forecaster talk about the horoscopes to preempt how predictable his encounters with these girls and one boy were gonna be. And it was still boring. It was just still bad. It's like, okay, that's not interesting because you didn't do anything with it. You just did what you said you were gonna do.
Okay, Serranos, but if you had to pick one of them, which one are you rooting for?
Not the teacher, not the boy. So that takes out two of them right away. I like the blonde hair girl a little bit more, but she's kind of a jerk. I think the red hair is the decently reasonable, and the purple hair isn't that bad.
I think they're all
I guess
crazy,
we'd probably-
but I'm gonna.
I guess I'd probably have to end up with the purple-haired one.
Yeah, purple one. Most likely it's gonna be the one he ends up with. If it's
Yeah.
not like a harem thing at the end. No, I'm
think?
rooting for boy though. They need to bond over their experiences.
Yeah, because and the last one he ran into was the boy who is getting attacked by a dog, and it wasn't biting him. He was humping him.
Just humping. Only humps.
Did you
And then-
finish the second scene, Serrano?
I saw a second one. Yeah, I saw a second one. That's where I stopped. I was done with that. So yeah, basically the dog attacks the boy, and then he's crying out for help, and our protagonist just leaves him to his fate. And then the dog's like, I want some of that guy's booty instead, and jumps on him, our protagonist. And
I've only seen this meme going around, and it's
Yeah.
so freaking
the
weird.
trash one, yeah.
The like,
uh,
not even the trash, not even the like I detect trash, not even that one. Just
Yeah.
the meme of the dog, and it's like stupid face, and it's like this is
hate
a
it.
weird
It's really
one.
dumb.
I hate it.
A boy
It's
gets
the
dolphin
ugly
loved by a
bastard
dog. Yeah.
dog. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
It's pretty fit. I don't think you call it an ugly bastard, but I
don't know
understand
why
the
they did
issue.
that. I don't like it. And then
The
and
worst
then
part is the
second-
most skin we got was from the main character during that dog scene.
That's true. In the second
horse.
second
Oh, that
time when the
horse.
dog came back, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, the
And
pants
then-
were down the second time.
And then the second time the dog appeared, he tore down our protagonist's pants and booped him, where he didn't want to be booped.
He got booped after getting his pants tore. That's not good.
Yeah.
Michael,
was
did you
just
No,
like-
drop
not
this
I
one
tore.
as
He
well?
like
No, he
unbuttoned
pulled
the
him
pants
down.
and pulled him down.
Yeah.
Okay. Given the material we're discussing, I'm assuming Michael dropped this one, right?
No.
No,
What are you
Michael's
talking about?
furry.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I need
suddenly
this,
it's got hair all over it, and we're okay.
No, I'm gonna be skipping through the episodes just for the trap scenes.
Just for the dog.
Pretty much.
He's looking for it to reappear.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
easy
no.
drop. I didn't finish the first episode, so it gets the bottom rating. Okay,
Wow.
well, I'll be fair. I didn't finish Human Crazy University, but I was like, I just skipped on it entirely. And I watched like 4 minutes of it. And I was like, I can't watch this. But it didn't have a dog
Gotcha.
inserting itself in there, so
Mm.
it gets
Inserting
a tier
itself.
higher.
Right.
Yeah, it's not great. It's just a dude explaining how crazy his life's been.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it wasn't interesting to me at all.
Crazy Human University.
Yep.
Okay. It looked very boring, and you and Brandon were the only two people I knew that were actually like going to see it, and I was like, all right, well, it's probably not gonna be that great. The next one though, I did start. I watched 6 minutes of it. I whatever farming bullshit where it's like, wow, look, I maxed out farming, and he's like, yeah, but you also maxed out fishing too, and I was like, oh, cool, we're gonna get some fishing and some farming. No, we just
No.
like say that we did it, and then we move on with something
Yeah,
completely
there
different.
was- And I
Was the dog
posted my little
possessed? No.
thoughts about that. They say they just say things happen, and then we don't see things happen. It's always pretty bad when that happens in a show, you know. Just as
Yeah.
I'm telling you here now, instead of
Yeah.
showing you
There
clips
is-
of the show because I don't have access to doing that. You know.
There is zero farming in the second episode. Not
Is
even
there?
references to it.
Does he just
It
kill
is
more
just bad.
things and is like, ooh, I want to go farm?
Yeah, that's literally it. He doesn't even use like.
I'm
a
not
hoe
gonna
or
watch
anything
I'm
to
not
fight.
gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna bother to watch the second episode. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch the second episode. I'm dropping it right now.
I'm dropping it right now. All right. Welcome once again to the chat. It's been a little bit. Pixelation. How are you doing?
I am doing all right. How are you?
Sounds like he has a fan going.
doing well.
Yeah, is it distracting?
It's
I
not
think
too
it'll be
bad.
better, but I
It
think
just
it's just
took,
initially it needed to adjust.
Yeah, restream balances the audio, so you're fine now.
I just turned it off.
We're going through the tier list that was made for this season. How
All
much
the
of
stuff I
the
watched.
fall season have you seen at this point?
I have seen approximately one episode of Chainsaw Man, and that is it.
Okay. Well, apparently there's also one with a grapey dog, and we're not really fans of grapey dog one either. It's at the bottom of the list.
Oh, Love Flops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what it is.
It's on my list, but I've heard that it's dog shit. So
I mean, outside of that,
Well, it's
it was
not
still
dog shit.
terrible. Outside of that, it was still terrible. So no, I wouldn't recommend it if you don't care.
Gotcha. All right.
But there was the
Farming
Secret
has
of
no farming. We
Oh,
talked
yeah,
about.
farming has
Can I
no
make-
mar- yeah.
Can I make this bigger? Now that we have to.
Eh.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I guess zoom in. I'll make it better.
There we go. Now we can read it, kind of.
Yeah. The
God,
farming
who-
show was just so boring and just it didn't do anything cool, or it didn't seem like it's gonna do anything cool in this world. So like, okay, so this guy is now the most powerful being to ever live.
Because here's the thing, we have Bofuri, right? Where it's like maxing out your defenses and suddenly your shield is eating the highest class monster and becoming way OP, right? It's weird because it comes from what you're dumping your points into. I was going into this expecting I maxed out my farming and now I'm better at fighting monsters because I can make
Yeah.
turnip creatures that will help me fight or some weird farming related powers, right?
Yeah, it's like you get that top
none of
level magics. But
None of that. None of that.
I
It was
can't
awful.
believe they didn't even try either. It's like they had nothing. They just had nothing. He throws a carrot at a dragon and it explodes, which is funny, but it's
tell me-
not actually an entertaining show.
is this tier list? Is this like people in here, or is this an objective outside? Tier
This is
list?
This is just
specifically
Serranos.
me.
Purely
specifically
Serranos.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's at the
Because I
bottom
watched
right
all,
now.
I watched all of these shows. I watched the first episode of all of these, and I was like, okay, let's time to put this together.
I'm curious. So I can't see it on here. I guess it's further up. But how is Urusei Yatsura?
Oh, it
I
is
thought it was
farther
pretty
up.
solid. I thought it was pretty interesting. It very much had old style humor.
Yeah.
It
Very
is
much is a cool
actually the
change of
old
pace.
show. The question that I've had this entire time is, are we going to get a modernized version? Which in anime, the modernized version is just, oh, now they have cell phones usually. But no, it's actually the original manga, the original
It just
anime
looks
being
good.
redone.
It looks better.
They've got a home phone.
It does
looks
look very
beautiful.
good. Yes, it definitely does.
Oh, every scene that Lum is moving around in is just gorgeous. they take like the first, I think it's the first 4 or 5 chapters, and just compress them into a single event. They changed some of the settings so it makes a little bit more sense why everybody's watching. But yeah, it was
I thought
it
it
was
really
wonderful.
I thought there were some really good jokes there. I thought it was a pretty good comedy overall. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Very.
really fun.
I
Stephen
really
Ransom,
love the
huh?
fact that her straight up in a stadium, she's just kind of flying around. I was like, and then
I
other
don't
times they're
understand how
just,
she loses, right?
she kind of just mostly lets him win. It's got to be right because she doesn't have to actually touch the ground. Honestly, the whole concept is very, very silly, but fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
invaders. Invaders are coming at us.
I just want the old BBC dub.
Oh yeah, the British voice. Oh, that one's hilarious. If you haven't seen the old British dub on YouTube, definitely look it up, and you'll have all the best
Yeah,
parts.
just get some highlights. Yeah.
I
Oh,
always saw
it's so
clips,
funny.
but that's all I need to see. It's kind of like how, like, once you've seen the clip show version of Ghost Stories, you kind of don't have to see the whole show because it's all. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
the-
mostly I would agree with that.
Yep.
I'd say it works very well in episode form on its own, but you don't really need to see it if you've seen like an hour and a half of clips.
Yep.
Hmm.
You got Legend of Mana down here. That makes me a bit sad, but also
was-
it's understandable.
The characters were just very odd. One of the weirdest points to me was when the dude with the weird frozen arm just pushes this lady down and tries to kill her and is willing to kill our main protagonist, and they just kind of let him go. That's like not okay at all. He didn't say he was sorry. He just left because he got overpowered by the like town guardsmen.
Gotcha.
He apologized later.
But it's
I
a
was like,
video game anime, so I don't know if I was
Yeah.
expecting it to be good at all.
I don't even know if it's that bad. I'm just definitely not continuing though, because I don't see anything there where I'm just like, oh, I want to see that.
Gotcha. Well, we're moving on to one of my favorites of the season, and it's down in D tier. That lets you know how good this season is gonna be. We got Shinobi no Itoki. I love this show. It's
I think
ninjas. It's
basically
ninjas at
nothing
ninja
makes
school.
sense.
They're
Nothing makes sense with it.
It doesn't have to. It's silly. It's
Believe it.
modern day ninjas. I love this show. It's so goofy.
He's one of the stupidest protagonists I've seen in a while.
It's
Yeah.
perfect show. 5 out of 7. That's an old
Like,
meme.
he gets warned by his mom. Obviously, he's not going to listen to her, but he gets a date with a girl who confesses to him at school, and he just goes out and meets her at like train stop or whatever, and she's like, "Let's go to my house." He's
so
just like,
so
"Okay."
So it's an anime.
Yeah, yeah. He just goes there, whoop doop doo, and just he
gotta
just goes
say,
in, and then and she wants to get frisky with him. She wants to get frisky. She's like taking
So
her
it's an
clothes
anime.
off. Yeah, she's just taking her clothes off, and then
And
then he's like,
the
"Oh,
Chinese
whoa, I
censor it.
can't do that, man. I came to this girl's room, but I don't want to do that. No, no." And then
So
he's
it's an
like,
anime.
"This is a prank, right?" He looks under the bed. One of the best parts of the episode. There's just a ninja under there.
That is the best part. He's like, "Oh, I'm guessing this is a prank show. Let me just check under the bed." And there's just a fucking ninja under the bed.
That was by far the best part of
Oh,
the episode. I
so
laughed out
good.
loud. Yeah, that was
at least
that
to
was
see.
perfectly
It's at least to
executed.
see. You gotta admit.
That
You'll
was
see.
perfectly executed, but I hated everything else.
All right.
Because
all
then
right.
I have a question. Is like, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die." She says, "Die," and she swings a knife at him, and he's surrounded in a room with a bunch of other ninjas, and just apparently doesn't get killed.
He's invincible. He's got
Yeah.
plot armor. That's as
He just
thick
has
as
plot armor out the wazoo. And then he gets a smoke bomb thrown in. His childhood friend saves him, who's obviously a ninja because she wears a
Yeah.
face mask
She's
everywhere.
been a ninja this whole time. You're like, wow, that's a cool ninja.
and
And then
she's
it's a
just like stalking
revelation
him.
that she's a ninja. That's the
Yeah.
best part. Is like she's just been a ninja this whole time, and then he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" And it's like she's a fucking ninja, dude. She wears a mask, all black, has pink hair. She's clearly a ninja. Like,
Or white and pink, yeah, something like that.
I have a question, real quick, and y'all may
Yeah.
have touched on this before. I don't know how long we've been streaming,
Yeah,
but
a few minutes.
what is up with Blue Lock? Why is everyone so hype about that?
ooh, so
I think it's
Blue-
probably manga hype. I'd assume. Yeah.
it's a combination. It's manga hype and it's people that like football. or soccer as we call it here in America.
Yeah.
So you got a combination of people who are like, yeah, soccer anime, because what was it, Awashi a couple seasons ago got really popular just being a soccer one. And then this one takes that soccer anime and turns it into the prison school of soccer anime.
Yeah.
And so it's got that extra bit of collars and chains that excite the other half of the world. And so now you have all the soccer players and the doms and subs going for it.
Yeah, because I've seen people being like, "Oh yeah, Spy Family, Mob Psycho, Blue Lock," and I'm like, "Wait, you're putting that in
What
the
is
same
that?
category?"
It's like, wait, what is that?
It's like I'm so used to just being like, "Okay, one episode of the sports anime, I've done my part, I'm done." But this one might be a little different. So
It could be. I put it pretty low because this is mainly how much I'm anticipating it, and how much I'm planning on watching more, like the likelihood of me watching. That's mostly what this is. Like based on the first episode, how likely I am to keep watching, finish it. Like most of the shows in C tier, like with how many other shows I have, most of these are gonna get dropped most likely. I might keep them up if they're pretty good, but I assume I'm probably gonna end up dropping them. I'm just like not a big sports anime fan, so I put it down towards the bottom.
yeah, that's valid. I tend to, whenever I see a sports anime on the list, I'm like, okay, I will at least give it one episode just to say, like I said, to give my 2 cents on it. But usually I drop them because I'm just like, I'm not really interested, you know?
Well, and you never know, right? Like sometimes you get a Keijo, you get a Kandagawa Jet Girls, you get Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story.
Yeah.
And then other times you get Extreme Hearts, and you're like, oh my gosh, can I end this any faster?
Also, Extreme Hearts isn't bad because of sports anime. It's just bad.
It's
just
bad
pretty
and
bad.
a sports anime. It's bad.
Yeah, it's just pretty bad.
I feel like with Awashi, I think it was Awashi that I was like, I couldn't see myself actually watching more of that, but I did.
There's a lot of sports stuff. There's a lot of sports stuff.
Yeah,
right.
You hit that point where
Particularly
you're
for
like,
me, I don't.
This is competently
care
done,
about-
but
Yeah.
What was
I,
the
yeah,
one-
I actually am positively. I would rate Blue Lock positively, but I just am not interested in sports anime, and especially soccer. I don't like soccer.
Shizuku was really good too. Yeah. No, what was that one soccer anime that aired? I think it's the same season as Awashi. That was like melodramatic as hell. Like it was like the dude who like his best friend like left the sport and he like framed it as if his best friend died. And then like his best friend comes back and he's like, "Hey, I haven't seen you since like middle school, which is like 2 years ago. How you doing, buddy?" He's like, "Get off of me! I don't want to play soccer." You know, it's like very.
It sounds like you're
melodramatic.
just watching Champions League.
I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it because like I actually that was.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're talking about soccer to me. It's like it was all over melodramatic, and yeah, that sounds about right.
that guy fouled me.
I think it was in spring. Let me see.
Yeah, you look that up. Futoku no Guild, the
As I
Immortal
said
Guild.
before I skip past, I don't have so much to say about these. It's like
Yeah,
it's
we
just
go-
boring. Futoku no Guild is just boring. It's
Yeah.
just I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Is this one Alchemist? Is that the bull?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Alchemist.
There was a lot of bad stuff in the first episode. The
You think
one
it was
little
Bend It
bit,
like Beckham?
there's
You just-
one little bit I liked in the Alchemist anime, which was when she's actually doing alchemy stuff. But that wasn't most of the episode.
Gotcha.
Like she's
Look, I
applying
just-
for learning. Yeah, you go ahead, Michael.
It is very bad how like she has no personality the first episode at all, and then the second one she's just a pushover the entire time until like literally one scene, and just everything's thrown on her lap from like the moment the show starts, and it's just super annoying.
It was Shoot Gold to the Future.
Okay, yeah.
Shoot!
That's the one. Yeah,
That's
Shoot.
why I forgot it.
It was like it was like
Yeah.
it was like the most melodramatic. I was like, dude, like soccer. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that the people who play soccer take it seriously, but this is like taking that times 20, and you know.
Yeah. All right, we got Taisho era Rakugo down in the C tier.
Yeah, it's
Not-
quite weird
not
to
a
me.
fan?
It just we talked about it before because it's early show. It doesn't really the Rakugo doesn't really interest me.
Gotcha.
I'll watch it some more and see how it plays out. But yeah, the overall like storytelling aspect not too interesting. I like the fact I like
I
her
like the
little
setting.
aspect as a Tanuki. I do like the setting. Setting's pretty cool.
Tanuki and Taisho is unique, so I think I'm gonna stick with it for a bit longer. We'll
Yeah,
see how that
I'll
one
definitely
goes.
like the C tier shows. I'll give it a fair shot.
How
like, I'll give
is
him a couple.
Bibliophile up here?
What do you mean you hated
How is
that
it
one?
not higher? It's so good.
Oh,
You
come
hated
on.
Bibliophile
I
Princess?
just hate the way it looks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually
I'm a
agree on
very
a lot of
visual
that.
person, you may have
There's a
noticed.
lot of aspects of its like art which is quite bad. I like her hair a lot. Other than that, lots of the art is very, very weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
Like
like
look
the
at
next show, Raven of the Inner Consort Courts, whatever bullshit.
it has
where
a
she looks very-
interesting style.
She looks like they drew her on a lollipop and rolled it on the paper. You're like,
Oh, so it looks good, is what you're saying.
Is that good lollipop rolled
Actually,
art?
I find
That's a
her
great
design
description.
interesting, but the first episode is a bit confused. Just the kind of the way it moved between its beats.
Yeah.
It was a bit oddly paced.
This for
It was
context.
a bit hard to. It was hard to understand kind of what was going on too, because it's like 1 minute that he was killing the Empress or whatever, or like the Regent. Yeah, I guess I would call her probably the Queen Regent,
Mhm.
as like the way I assume she was.
Yeah,
Then she
it
didn't
opens
actually
up with this
die. She
crazy thing.
jailed him. He jailed her, and you don't really get an idea until the end of the episode. Is like, oh, what the show's actually going to be. You get like some
Mhm.
character scenes with
Which
the Raven
can be
conflict.
I mean-
fine.
That's what the show's actually going to be for
Yeah.
just one more episode, because
Oh,
you guys didn't
They
see
already
episode
resolved
2,
it.
I'm guessing.
No,
They resolved
already-
that next episode.
okay, that's kind of boring. I thought that was going to be a season-long thing where they're going to be doing a mystery thing, and she's going to help them. It's like, oh, okay. I guess we'll see what they do in episode 3, but
So I guess I'm mostly curious where you. I don't see it on here. I'm guessing it's just because it's in a tier above its own. Pop Team Epic. What about season 2 of Pop Team Epic?
I'm not watching that. I didn't like season 1 at all, so I dropped it.
Oh,
So-
that's just weak.
I didn't
you-
like Pop Team Epic. No,
Can
I
you
didn't
explain
find the
to me,
humor
'cause
interesting.
There are
Me and Blaine
so
both
many
do not like
people.
it.
Yeah, there's so many people that love this. So
It's so fucking good.
explain it.
It is just dumb humor. You have to have a dumb humor, and if you, or should I say, a refined humor.
Okay. Because I like YouTube poop, but there's something about the YouTube poop getting repeated twice every episode that drove me nuts in the season.
Well,
one.
I only watched half an
It's-
episode anyways because I
It's
only watched.
4chan the anime. That's what it is. It's 4chan.
It really
trolls
just
the
felt
anime.
like when I was
Last
watching
time-
Pop Team Epic, I would just say it just felt like stuff. That's kind of what it was.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like you cannot go into it expecting coherency, because if you do, you're gonna get disappointed. But if you go into it expecting it to be like, okay, I'll put it like
What
this.
demographic, age-wise, do you identify with?
Usually with Gen Z, even if I'm a millennial, so that
Okay.
probably explains a lot. But the
You watch
Like-
too much TikTok.
yeah, I do watch too much.
There it is. We figured it out.
That's
I
it.
guess, hey Blaine, how much TikTok do you watch?
I watch mine as they get uploaded.
I watch no TikTok at all.
Not a
Stay-
boy.
Stay away if you can. It's a
Yes.
nightmare.
It
Um,
destroys your soul.
No, but for real though, like the way I'll put it, I just had this thought. If you like the season finale of She-Hulk, you'll love Pop Team Epic.
I don't want to watch anything of
How much
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk do I have to watch to get to a season finale?
Like 8
So,
episodes.
the reason I say that is because the reason I say that is that I actually did like She-Hulk. I'm not going to get into it right now because I have a feeling
Yeah.
I'll be the minority here. But
I know.
I've not
yeah,
seen
it's
it,
fine.
so I can't tell
but
you.
it's like because both are very much third or fourth wall breakers. Like they're like there is no fourth wall at Pop Team Epic, and there's like a shattered fourth wall with or like a cracked fourth wall with She-Hulk. But with Pop Team Epic, it's like you have to go into it like with the understanding that you are not going to understand it, and that's going to be okay with you. And if it's not okay, that's valid. But it's just
Yeah, I just didn't really
weak.
find it funny. I didn't like the jokes that much. It was just like I mentioned earlier, it's just it didn't appeal to me.
Right.
In terms
okay.
of stuff like She-Hulk, Rings of Power, I'm not even watching like coverage on those things. I just like
Right.
I'm so out of that. I know I'm not gonna like. I'm not interested in watching it. I might watch some coverage of Rings of Power just because I care about Lord of the Rings overall. But She-Hulk, total
Ever
pass.
since Endgame, I have just been kind of like, I was like 100% in, and then I was like, and then every time they release something else, it's a little bit lesser.
Mhm.
And it's not because the shows and movies are bad per se. It's just that like I care less and less about what they're talking about.
I
Um,
can't imagine you really. how hard is it
Well-
to care for these characters? Actually,
Well, they
It
need a
doesn't
good
seem like-
reunification
I'd say
again, is
that's
what they need.
probably. It feels like that's the
Yeah.
biggest problem. Their idea was their big shared universe, of all these people come together, and then they don't really have that anymore. They're
Like-
all
like-
separated.
Like Multiverse of Madness was like framed as like this massive. Hey, let's actually do the multiverse finally.
Except there's
and-
2 characters.
Yeah, and then they went to like 2 universes and that was it. And it was kind of like it doesn't seem very mad to me, but I mean it was all right.
I mean, there's 2, I guess.
It
I
was
mean,
no everywhere, everything all at once.
Yeah, that was a better multiverse movie, honestly.
Yeah, like that one did incredibly. I watched like
greatest
full coverage of it, like on
multiverse
YouTube, and I was
movie
like,
is
wow,
one.
this is really cool. I want to actually watch that for myself.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually on my list. It's like, oh, I'm actually gonna watch that.
But like for example, like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like there's something that happens in literally the final 30 seconds of She-Hulk that's like clearly setting up like future movies and TVs, and I'm like, but I don't care. like I don't care. I'm excited for Kang stuff, but that's about it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
And the thing that keeps everybody invested in like the Marvel stuff is the fact that they grew attached to the characters because they're charming. Like Captain America, Iron Man are super charming characters that like made everybody come into every other thing because they're all intertwined. And then you don't have those characters. You need to build somebody up, but then they lost Chadwick Boseman. who definitely would have been a good lead. He would have been a good lead up there with he would have made a good trio, I guess, with Spider-Man and Benedict Cumberbatch.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he would have rounded out a lot because those 2 together aren't carrying it.
I just hope that we see the unification of Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and Hughes Wolverine in Deadpool
That'd be
3.
pretty cool.
I would love
Yeah,
to see
that'd
them
be
bring
pretty
in
cool.
Spider-Man. So
I don't know if they'd let him be. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got Beast Tamer here.
oh yeah, anime,
Yeah,
guys.
anime. We're talking about anime.
I mean,
Wait, we're
it's,
talking about anime.
It's
today?
called the escape corner for a reason. You talk about whatever the hell you want.
Right,
At the end of the day, we're the escape for the people in chat. So how's that for meta?
oh,
Beast Tamer,
I liked
another
it.
one of those. You've got a power, and then all of a sudden your power has other powers that make you more powerful. But it's well done. You're saying?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's a lot better than the farming one because he doesn't just literally obliterate everything by looking at it. Like he's obviously overpowered, but his ability is not innately insane
Gotcha.
because he has to like get his little allies together and stuff and tame a bunch of people, and then that girl just kind of wants to be tamed, which makes it easy.
Oh, she wants it.
She wants it.
Well, hey,
Some
real
people-
quick. See, I hate to interrupt again. I'm actually gonna duck out because I was waiting for something to finish before I jump back into Resident Evil Village.
Oh yeah,
but
we go
Oh, there you
through
go.
real quick. If there's any anime you're interested in, I could tell you about it.
I think I've asked. I mean, I'm curious about. Obviously, you have an A. It looks like the married couple, not yet lovers. Is that good?
Yeah.
Michael
It's
doesn't
awful.
like it.
Don't watch
I
it.
like it.
It is horrible. Ugh.
It's horrible to watch it.
It's not going to be
Don't
that
listen
different
to
from what
Michael.
you would
He has
expect it to
he has
be.
trauma
I
that
think it's
makes it
pretty
not
well
good.
It
for
is
him.
everything you expect it's gonna be.
Yeah, I very much
Good.
like the characters in it, and that's what drives my
It
interest
is
in the show.
extremely predictable. You
Yeah.
watch it for 5 minutes, you know how it's gonna end. Okay, like if
That
you've
doesn't
seen
bother me at all.
any show, you know how it's gonna end. So like,
So
just-
is it like
yeah.
it looks like character design wise, it looks like a cross between girlfriend, and fucking God, what's it?
Dress Up
What
Darling?
the show that Blaine hated last season or 2 seasons ago?
Shikimori.
Shikimori, yeah.
It's more like Dress Up Darling. There's more.
I like her. I
There's
like her.
more
It's not a
bra
lot better than
showing
Shikimori,
than
actually.
Shikimori.
Okay.
There's a lot more bra showing. A lot more Garu too. So
Ah.
Yeah,
Well,
her whole personality is pretty appealing as a character to me. I like her.
Well,
I like to see
de-
the boy grow more, but yeah.
I do appreciate
happy.
y'all letting me in for
No,
the time I was here. I'm gonna go kill Heisenberg. So
there you
Okay.
go. All right, and we've got Pixel's link down in chat. If you want to find him on YouTube, I'm sure he's also got links to go from there over to Twitter and Twitch, where you can find him.
thank you so much. I
Sometimes?
appreciate it.
I don't know when you. I don't know
Yeah,
when you stream.
I'm posting like very semi regularly, but like they're not, well, not semi, like not at all. But you know, I'm working my way back up. I'm working my way back up there. So
There you go. Awesome. All right. Thank you for joining.
See.
Now I can use this camera angle. Again.
Yes. Now you can zoom back up.
I look. I'm getting
Good,
accused of
good.
liking predictability or hating predictability. I don't hate predictability in chat. Like, just gonna state outright, I don't hate predictability. I hate shows like that.
Yeah, we've been over this. We know. We're not
Yeah.
going to put you through that trauma again. Don't worry.
Where did the show touch you?
Yeah, my whole mix between like
Everywhere.
my whole mix between like Beast Tamer and Eminence and Eminence and Shadow. The whole thing is just like it's a whole big fat block of stuff that I like.
This whole rectangle from A
Yeah,
to
this whole
Beast
big
Tamer.
like after like
So
I'm a lot more
explain to
unsure
me
about
mountain
most of this
climbing
scene.
then. I was not expecting
It's cute.
climb to the top to be on anybody's list other than someone who likes the what was the penguin go to Antarctica one.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Your whatever
Your dream of the future, whatever the hell it's called.
something. I don't.
Anyway,
I am going to watch it. At some
is
point,
it
but
similar?
that's-
Do you feel, or is it?
I haven't watched this, so I can't actually compare, unfortunately. But I do plan
Oh.
to watch To Your Eternity has a sequel this season. That's not what the show.
No,
is.
that's different. To Your Eternity is how you.
Yeah,
it's like if the
completely
Thing
different.
was a sad movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that, we talked about Urusei because it's beautiful. Villainous. We touched on this one a little bit.
Yeah, Michael very much enjoyed
It
it.
was okay. I watched it. I mean, I would probably put it in that same B tier, but I'd lean more towards a C tier on it. But it definitely was just like, well, that's a show. Like it did. The first two episodes didn't really catch me the way I was expecting them to, based on Michael's description.
Yeah, if you want a little bit of a spoiler towards what happens later, she starts building up herself as a entity and a business. That's what she does a lot. She uses the natural resources she has available to her she uses the stuff she has available to her from like the Prince's Kingdom, like his demon kingdom. And she starts selling stuff and starts growing business so she can have more power and be more useful to her father and stuff like that.
I
So
do
she could
love
just
me
be-
business.
Yeah, she could just be stronger on her own rather than having to rely on a person, even though she does very much come to love the former first prince.
Gotcha. Well, I do love me business, so maybe I'll give it a couple more episodes.
Yeah. And
Akiba,
also you can be
Maid
also
War.
one thing is that
Oh.
it will end in a season. It'll be just one season show. And it's not gonna have anything after that.
A 1-season show. Alrighty.
Yeah, because everyone dies in the end. If you didn't know.
Isn't that the name of the game always? Everyone dies in the end. Steven, how are we doing today? Is
Very cool.
Restream treating you kindly today? Or do they still hate you? They might still hate him.
Rip. Nobody else had the problem.
What we can do is we can you
gonna say
can hit me up on
temporarily.
Discord and I can just pipe you in through my
Yeah,
channel.
oh yeah, that should work better too, because it was fine. It was definitely fine talking to him on Discord.
Who was that
before.
TikTok guy? It's
Pixelation.
Pixelation.
Or Pixelation.
Pixelation, and yes, there's a C in it.
Yeah, okay, Pixelcation, something like that.
He pronounces it Pixelation, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I guess that's how
he
it's
should have
spelled.
if you look at the description of this video, you'll get a link down there.
Yeah, Pixelation.
He is a fun goober gobber to talk to. Akiba Maid War. I love this show. How is this not an A tier show? How is this not your S tier of the
Because
season?
I can't fit everything in one tier because it looks bad.
Well, if you just moved up bibliophile, like,
Yeah.
it looks a lot better.
This show is so good. So these are based on you watching the first episodes. Have you seen the
that's how much
second
I was
episode of
listening.
Akiba?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm a little
I
bit worried
love-
that it might become a little bit trite and it's like a
If
little
you
bit
know
played
me,
out in
you'll-
its gag.
It is doing everything that a good black comedy should do. And for that I am loving it so far. Also the second episode is very, very up my alley.
It's fun.
All right.
Yeah,
How about
I enjoyed the
how
first
now,
episode a
Steven?
lot. It did a pretty good job with its Schadenfreude.
the
Alright.
shooting Freudy?
Sure
How are
surprised
you,
the hell out of me, that's for
gentlemen?
sure.
Hello.
Oh, good.
Steven!
It's been a while.
How are you? Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mostly, yes.
Clicking or Any
Yeah,
other?
it's just clipping out. Yeah, I guess yeah, that is correct.
Oh man.
Here, I'm gonna post an invite to the voice channel on Discord in the private chat here, and I'll pipe you in through my mic.
Okay, it's weird how Restream like specifically had issues because yeah, talking with
We'll
him on
see.
Discord
It could be
is
me.
very I was gonna say on Discord is very clear. Yeah, only like minor issues. But yeah, I think Discord's technology is probably just better. They have a lot of data and they have resources to put towards it, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoyed Big Cube Made Worse. Mostly just I wanted to spread it out a little bit. I'd
Okay.
probably still put it at the bottom of A tier, but yeah, I wouldn't feel bad of putting it on an A tier.
Oh, it's so good. He said my return, just like Palpatine. All right, and then we're moving into Gundam, Witch from Mercury, which I've said many words on. We know what I think about it.
It'll be my first Gundam show I watch. Her Gundam seems very OP. Little drone things are very powerful.
I mean, that's the name of the Gundam game, so
yeah. You got the better Gundam, you got the bigger sword, you win the battles, and you win the lady. I like that.
Yep. I'm loving it so far. It solved all my problems that I was concerned about. But it's doing it pretty well.
Yeah, the first episode I didn't even see the prologue, but the first episode is very much setting me up to be excited for it.
I have refined taste, which is why you're picky. Shut up, Fansite.
I'd be happy enough
me.
seeing her duel. I would say I'd be happy enough seeing her duel a lot of different people trying to win the hand of the fair lady.
Or protect the hand of the fair lady, as it'll probably end up being.
Why well, know other people trying to win it?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited, and we get all the backroom like corporate dealings of you're making a Gundam. It's not a Gundam. Don't look at it too hard. It's not. I swear. And you're like, "That's a Gundam. I'm pretty sure it's a Gundam." And you're like, "No, it's a drone." And you're like, "I don't care what you want to call it." What is
I
this?
don't even.
Am I
I
arguing
don't know
with
anything
Vosh
about
now?
Gundam.
You're just
I don't have
define things.
I was gonna say I don't have any idea how the name makes any difference. This kind of stuff. I don't know like any of the technicalities in universe.
So there are no in this universe, the technicality it sounds like is that the Gund-arm technology is the connection from the robot to your human nervous system, and that the drone technology that they've developed here on Mercury is basically using a predictive algorithm to sort of say this is what the user is doing or going to do. And it's a very similar system that they had in Gundam Wing. The Wing Gundam had sort of a predictive algorithm built into it to make Hero better. So it's sort of pulling from other Gundams, but it's not they're not related.
Yeah, it's not connected. That's why I asked. It has its own things. I have even less knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, very.
The show that Michael hates and we all love. Oh, it's so much fun.
If you've seen Toradora, you've seen a better version of this show.
I disagree.
She's a completely different character from.
I don't care. It's a completely better show. So, but it's
I never wanted to see Toradora's bra.
Character dynamics.
It's the same
Two characters being forced to hang out in order to get with the characters that they like.
Hello.
Welcome to the perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, answer me this, Stuart. In school, do you wish you had a class where you got paired up with a female from your class, and you two were forced to live in an apartment together, and you got points for working together as a married couple would, making dinner, taking out the trash, all that kind of stuff gave you points.
Or for, making out also counts.
And fighting removed points. Would you love this school, or would you really love this school?
I think, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Thinking of myself and how I was in high school, it would have been horrifying to me. because when it came to girls, for the most part, I was catatonic.
So
would've
is our
been-
main character.
Except for
It would have
one
been
particular
very
girl.
awkward for me, and just digging a deeper hole into the bad times that I had that
No.
were high school.
Oh.
However, in theory, as a high schooler, I would have been like, oh yeah, I probably would love this idea, but knowing how I was back then, it would have been awful.
Awesome. All right. Well, welcome. You what was you did a stream earlier this week that was like hockey related. Are you a hockey fan now? Is that
I've been a
thing?
hockey fan since the early 90s.
Oh, that's a long time,
Since before I was alive.
baby.
Right on, fellow hockey fan.
That's right.
The Canadian.
Of course.
Look, they do occasionally come up with. Look, we win all the Stanley Cups. They don't win any.
Oh
They just-
Aren't there only like 3 teams?
no, we have
you got
6.
Calgary,
Oh, you have
Toronto.
6. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 6. Yeah.
I think you're thinking of baseball.
How many teams?
That's
do they have
just
in
one
baseball?
now because the Expos became the Nationals.
Oh, really?
All I know is that like the Toronto Blue Jays come down here like once a year, and it's like this big event where a bunch of Canadians migrate to Seattle, and then we have to flush them out afterwards.
Hey, you guys want to watch some baseball?
It's like, go away. Why are you?
Or they
here?
wouldn't even have that accent because they.
No,
We'll
they're
make
from
them cross check
Victoria.
you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, they're either from Victoria or they're just from Toronto, which is just an American accent.
Oh, it's so funny.
When me and my wife got married, it was actually we have an anniversary this month, but
Oh, same. Congratulations.
we took a cruise up to Nova Scotia on the other side.
I'll be back later.
All right, see you in a bit.
And so we got to when we were taking the cruise, you're right around along the coast. It's peak foliage changing in New England and Canada. It was beautiful, and it's nice. If you can get past the exorbitant taxes when you go to the store to buy things and all the other government issues. It's
Happy
very pretty
anniversary.
up there. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm celebrating 9 years this year myself.
Amen.
nice.
Oh, you got the big one coming up.
Right on.
Yeah, next year. Next year's gonna be big.
You
It's
going to
ni-
Japan
it's-
next year?
I'm going to Japan this year too.
Nice.
Japan's just a given. It's just where we go in Japan and what we do.
You don't
that
actually have that much
changes.
time to get to Japan in this year. Pretty soon.
It's very soon. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a double whammy because it's 10 years married, 15 years together. So very
Mhm.
very long time.
Favorite honky blood sport. I like it.
All right, let's continue here and see what kind of reactions we get from the flawed man of God. We have sword. I'm reincarnated as a sword. I love this show. This show's
Yeah.
silly. This show's weird. The fact that he becomes a sword in this world and suddenly wants to do sword things. He's like, oh, I killed a goblin, but I don't care. Maybe it's because I like doing sword stuff because I'm a sword now. And you're like, yeah, you do.
Does he control himself, or does he have to
He-
be wielded?
Yeah, he
can.
can.
He can. So he has telekinesis to move himself around that he eventually earns by literally like falling on a goblin. It's pretty funny. But because he's a sword, he wants to be wielded. So he's looking for a wielder. And it's a fun one. He finds a little cat girl who
Cat girl slave.
dude, cat girl slave who is going to be berserk but a little cat girl. It is so cool looking.
Yeah, I
I
like
I
it.
feel like
Really-
I can't think of a more contrived anime because you've got a sword, you've got a
Just
cat
wait.
girl.
You got a
Just
big.
There's
wait.
probably an exorbitant amount of cleavage involved.
Oh no, she's a tiny cat girl actually.
No, not yet.
Yeah, we have a little on stream.
Not
here.
yet.
We'll see later. I don't know. I don't know anything about this manga, but
It didn't look like it when I saw some of the future frames from the manga, but that doesn't mean
yeah,
it's
I
not
wouldn't
sexy at some
assume
point.
so.
Is
I
there
know.
any monologuing? There's lots of monologuing.
There's some from the sword, but not that much. It's really just
the
start as far
slaver
as I
starts
see.
monologuing, and the sword stabs him and burns his like contract. It's pretty funny.
That's
So,
funny.
It's,
Yeah,
it's well executed so
it's got
far,
a
but
lot
it's
of good
also like
elements.
stupid.
And so is he.
You got me. You got me, Pop.
Yeah.
I didn't find
Yeah.
that one till you. But don't worry. Next year we're getting reincarnated as a vending machine. Then we'll get the most contrived show.
I'll talk about that. I read the
So would
first
you
manga
like
chapter.
Pepsi
I'll tell you
products or
about
Coke
that in a sec.
products?
Suntory.
Actually, I was gonna say actually, since we're on this, it's good to talk about
Somebody.
it now. So yeah, I very much enjoyed the Cackerel's design. It's a really cute design, just perfect.
Right.
And I really like when shows are straightforward. It's like, yep, this is what we're doing. It's not like the Raven Palace one where they fixed the goal in the first episode. This one is going to be just like the series-long goal of she wants to level up enough to evolve. And
Yeah.
he just wants to kill stuff. He wants to be a sword.
He wants to be a sword. Cleave me. Or cleave with me, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
him helping her along and guiding her. She calls him sensei even because even though he doesn't really want to be. But
Yeah,
she's gonna
that's good.
he's gonna help teach her how to survive and stuff like that, I assume.
I love
And
it.
it should be very fun. It's got good humor. It's definitely got good humor bits. It's got action bits. I really liked all of what I saw from it.
Nice.
And
It just kind of
Eminence and
reminds me of
Shadow.
that Flash
I was gonna
Gets
say first.
episode.
I was gonna say first for the little vending machine bit.
Oh,
There is
vending
a
machine.
manga where a guy turns into a vending machine. He gets reincarnated as a vending machine after he dies. Because
Because
when
loves
he
vending
died,
machines.
he jumped to save a vending machine from getting crushed by a truck. And it wasn't that killed him. It just like kind of tapped into the vending machine. He fell on the floor because obviously he can't move a vending machine. But then the vending machine falls over and crushes him.
So death by vending machine turns you into a vending machine.
Because it happens. That's why they put the warning signs.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Not
Don't
be
shake
crushed.
it.
Don't shake it.
We had look. All right, so when I was in UH-60 school in the Army, and we still had drill sergeants, and they would mess with us. And they caught one guy. He was freaking out at the vending machine that it had taken his money, and the bag got caught. They made him write a letter to his parents apologizing for killing himself by the vending machine.
Oh my god.
Like it had to be like an official, we regret to inform you that your son
Wow.
was killed.
This is back when they could still knife hand at people.
Oh man, that knife hand was great. I still use it on the kids.
I can't
Only when they
believe
deserve it,
can't
I'm
do that
sure.
anymore. Oh, that's funny.
They always deserve it.
All right, Eminence and Shadow. This one
This
looks
is-
like fun,
Yes.
but I'm
this
confused
one
why
is-
it's an A. I don't know that we saw enough to go with an A tier on this one.
Well, this is because I read manga of this one.
Oh, of course. You've got
'Cause
extra
I
knowledge on
know
this.
it's coming
Cheater.
up.
Cheater.
This one was hilarious. The comedy, I talked about it before. I'll talk about it again here. The comedy is very much he's a huge Shinibyo, and then he finds other girls, and they are also huge Shinibyos. And I think he's this massive mastermind behind the scenes, or everything, because that's what he wants to project as who he is.
Right.
He's just kind of going along, just doing whatever he wants for the most part, just going around the world messing with stuff. And there is actually a cult that he like imagined. He imagined it was like, oh, there's this cult we're fighting. That's how he gets all these pretty ladies to join him. Is like, we need to save the world from this cult. We fight in the shadows. Nobody must know
But
who we
so
are.
He makes it up, and then it becomes real, or is it real? And
It
he
was
just
already
guessed well?
real. He just
Okay.
he lied about it to these people. It turns out there actually was a cult that was trying to do this stuff he thought he made up. He ends up actually foiling this cult
Gotcha.
largely many times.
Awesome.
Yeah, the
It just
interaction
seemed
between
very
the
fast on a first
characters-
episode. I don't
Yeah.
like not reading the manga. I wouldn't have put it there. I would have put it a little bit lower,
Towards
but at
the
the same
middle,
time,
yeah.
I would
It was
still watch it.
interesting.
Oh,
I
we
very
got a
much-
hentai bot!
Oh,
I've
It's
Destroy.
an hentai brigade, activate!
uh,
Nice.
I very much
Way to go,
enjoyed the
Fansite.
comedy, or not comedy. I very much enjoyed the combat. I should say. I already told you about the comedy. I enjoyed the combat quite a bit in the first episode. There, it showed me that they're gonna do that pretty well.
Good. Yeah,
I like
the way that he
the
was fighting
somewhat
with the pole
strategy.
and stuff was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
I would say the strategy was the biggest thing got me more than animation even. Like this trained army dude is obviously stronger than him because he's still a kid, as much as he's trained his entire life. This dude is stronger than he is, so he can't use that.
Yeah.
The only reason he actually gets an advantage is because he fakes him out and gets a surprise attack to
Smashes him with a pipe. Yeah.
yeah, like he fakes him out and then just like hits him really hard as like, and yeah, you'll still break his leg.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
don't
that's
care
what he
how
uses to get the upper hand.
I don't care how scrawny the high schooler is, but they're swinging a lead pipe around. It's gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
But this next one really shocked me because I was not expecting to see Watamote, the shy, I can't talk to other people girl, teach herself guitar and then try to become friends and have like thousands of YouTube viewers and still not be able to talk to people and hang out with them.
Because
Get
yeah,
outta
she was
here,
just
Mike.
I was gonna say get Mike on.
Making noise.
Yeah, she was basically just a faceless music YouTuber, and she just had crippling social anxiety and couldn't do anything, despite the fact that
Super
her skills
adorable.
have grown. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause she's
incredibly cute.
kicking-
I love. Yeah, kick him out.
No, she's kicking ass in like when it like fast forward because I wasn't expecting a time jump. She's
Oh
like,
yeah,
Papa,
I like.
teach me the guitar, and then it's
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah, she took
And I
4
was like,
years,
okay.
and she got good at guitar.
Yeah, I love it. Plus those shows are always the fun, sweet, cute, quirky ones where it's literally someone who's so socially anxious that they can't even like talk to somebody, and then how do they use some random skill or something on their end in order to build friends and get a friendship. So I was not expecting that. I was expecting K-On! I was expecting some stupid let's all hang out after school and we'll be friends kind of a thing. But to have it be, actually a fun and silly show was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I'd say hit all good points for me. It was fun. It was silly, funny. Good art, good pacing on it. I like the characters. Everything worked.
Everything works.
Yeah, no, this show was great. Loved
Yeah,
it.
and you can see why it's getting such high. You can understand the rave reviews on like Mal. It's like one of the highest rated shows this season for good
Right.
reason.
Right.
Yeah, it was very not anticipated. It was like one of the lowest planned to watch shows I saw on like Annie List.
Just not a lot of
Like,
people.
Yeah,
'Cause
nobody
that
was
would've been
excited for
what
this, but then it just like comes out and blows everybody's minds. And it's just
that
like,
would have
wow,
been me.
this is great.
Yeah. Okay. Alexa, Chainsaw Man takes. There we go. The next one. It's Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. This, I honestly think the first episode, pretty okay. It was like good. If I was only basing on first episode without prior knowledge, it'd probably be more towards B tier. It's just generally good. I like the characters. Art was fine.
I need to
Music
get some
wasn't-
Ray-Bans for my Dark
music
Brandon
wasn't
Rising meme. I've got my red lights now.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed like it could be pretty interesting, but having read manga is like, oh yeah, this has a lot of stuff I really like. I love the characters, and that's why I have it much higher.
My problem with the manga was the way that it looked. It looked sketchy. It looked sketched out. It looked overly drawn and hurried and rushed. My problem with the anime is that it looks overly CG'd and too much other little extra little bits here and there. Why can't I just get like look at Urusei Yatsura? It's gorgeous.
I know, right?
It has some CG effects that come in here and there with like the lightning strikes, with some of the other transitions. They'll add a little bit of computer to make sure that they can get the pan across, but it's very just well drawn things. Why couldn't they just draw things? Drives me nuts.
Well, is the main theme of Chainsaw Man? Chainsaws?
He
No.
is Chainsaw
He's a
Man.
demon killer.
He's a demon killer. He's got a chainsaw demon. And him and the
There's
chainsaw
a lot of
demon.
is a lot of chainsaw action. I'm assuming.
Yep, there
Yep.
is.
So I mean, I
He-
guess for the manga aspect, the artwork would be sketchy and rushed because that's kind of the feel of
No,
a chainsaw. I don't
It
know.
no,
looks
it's
sketchy,
mostly
like-
just because the
Like
artist
he didn't
isn't.
have time.
He's not like a.
Are
he's
we
not-
operating under deadlines?
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's
he's-
week in week out deadlines.
I was
that
gonna
you
say,
can
like, he's
see
a
it.
fine artist, but he can do stuff
Because
when he
his
actually has
new
time. But he's
stuff
not
looks
a great.
great.
I was gonna say he's not a, or he wasn't a great artist. Like he's a guy. He's like he doesn't stand
Good
out.
story. His previous stories, Stu, are Fire Punch, another real classic title if I ever heard one. And then I forget what the other one is. Everybody But You, something like that. But yeah, Fire Punch, Chainsaw Man, like he knows how to grab the people by the balls and say, "Come watch my exciting show," or "Come read my exciting story," and people come and do it. I don't like CGI because Shrek gave me a colonoscopy. That, I mean, you'll have to prove that one, I think.
Yeah, I just really love Chainsaw Man's story. I put it up here high. It might actually drop below a couple other shows because of the art. If the art dips down,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll probably lower it a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might take it off S tier. Yeah.
We got to think, right? Berserk, one of the greatest manga of all time, has the worst anime adaptations ever conceived. So even if
Yeah.
you say Chainsaw Man, the manga is great, and you're not like me where you got bored at chapter 30, even if you love it, you can still have a bad anime adaptation of it.
Yeah, I think the anime adaptation is gonna be pretty good. I like the voice work, the characters, the guys they chose, or the people they chose for the characters. I very much support good choices. I'll have to see
Yeah.
more, of course, but
The
yeah,
voice work is good. The voice work is very
Denji
good.
Yeah, all the
Makima
voices
especially.
fit perfectly.
Perfect. yeah.
I still wish Pochita had like a weirdly deep voice.
Yeah,
I think that
that'd
would have
be-
been
that'd be
so
fun.
much funnier. I want you to show me your dreams. You know, something like that. Just
I want you to show me your dream.
that would have been great. Do It Yourself, the cute feel good show of the
Yeah.
season.
These are always like some of my favorite ones.
You got a school group, people
Yeah.
getting together, and they've got a little club where they do DIY crafts. And it's just kind of cute and just makes you feel good.
Probably my second favorite looking show of the season.
Really?
Yeah, I put it just behind Mob. I obviously always loved Mob's artwork. I could put it number one too, but yeah, that's one of the big reasons I have it quite high up. I love the art.
Gotcha. Spy Family, continuing that S tier. I'm with you here. The
Spy Family is incredible.
keeping on top. It's still so mind blowing that you can have two different studios working on each episode, and for you still to have a cohesive visual style throughout. Really cool to see. I'm glad we're getting the second season because they're working half as hard. If you think about it, because they only have to do one episode every 2 weeks instead of an episode every week. And then Mob Psycho Chapter 3. I'm told this one is all hand drawn or digital would be my guess. Is they're all
Yep. There is
stylish.
I don't think and they use CG shots, of course, because everybody does. But I don't think there's a single CGI anything in there.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I always loved Mob, and I will continue to love Mob until it gives me a reason not to. I never read the Mob manga for Mob Psycho.
Mob manga?
But I very, very much love season 2. One of my favorite anime I've ever watched.
Really?
Yeah.
I still don't. I need to go back and watch season 1 maybe because
Yeah,
I
season 1
remember
was
starting
great.
season 1, and then
It ramps up.
3
very
episodes
much
in, I
ramps
was
up.
just like, eh.
Oh, it very much ramps up. You gotta keep watching it.
I don't want to keep watching this. I remember that about it. I remember it looking really cool, but I also remember whoever the blonde guy is just being kind of annoying.
Oh, everything about it gets better.
Blaine should like Mob since I'm anti-CG. I'm not anti-CG. I'm not anti-computer generated. What I am is in this scene, there's a 2D drawn object that's moving through the scene that then gets morphed into a 3D object that then does something else because they couldn't animate that. So they use a 3D model to make it move. The only show that has pulled it off in the past, I want to say 5 years, is Skeleton Knight in Another World. Skeleton Knight's like character goes back and forth from 2D to 3D all the time, and I think they just really copied his 3D model with their hand drawings so that it's very fluid as he goes back and forth, because he will just land in a scene, suddenly he's drawn, and then he'll go CG again and go flying off somewhere or do something else. And it's very fluid, very well done. Most people don't. Even the new Bleach, it's like, wow, look at all these hollows, and then like in this next cut it's a CG hollow, and you're like, why is this one CG, and then now it's 2D, and now it's CG, and now it's 2D. I hate the back and forth. Do one or the other.
It lacks consistency.
I would say that the Skeleton Knight in Another World is genius character design. Because of the way they drew him, it just transitions so well to 3D because the 3D models.
Because he looks
so
like
easy.
a Genshin Impact character.
I mean, it's the thing is that you have a bunch of clear points on his armor, even with the detail, it's pretty easy to keep consistent overall because of just how I guess mirrored it is. Like it's even on both sides, so you can
It's
do
all
the same
shiny.
thing. Or not like that, but I mean it's a mirror of itself. You could cut him in half and you'd look exactly the
Oh,
same.
I see what you're saying. That building the model would have been simple.
Yeah, building a model is simple, and it's very much a non-jarring transition because of how rounded it is. He doesn't have any like weird points on his face that don't look quite right, like in a drawing. There's nothing that's ever going to change on him, right?
Yeah, his
you cut him
armor
in
is
half,
his
he's-
armor.
Yeah, and his skeleton head doesn't have any facial features. So when you have that, you can also just do that, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what is up with her finger? The thing is long as hell.
Yeah, she's a forest nymph.
She's an elf, so she has long fingers.
She's a dark elf, technically. They all need long fingers.
Clearly, she's dark elf, right? Because
Yeah.
'Cause you
of
got
her
pink hair.
complexion.
Yeah, because their hair color, couldn't you tell?
All dark elves have pink hair. You didn't know this? I don't understand
Clearly,
that
you're
one.
not an anime fan.
Blaine is one of those man babies Kotaku warned you about. I probably am. Kotaku knows that this isn't where they want you to be. I do love that it literally, like, there's a little like dark elf suggested search on Google, and it's like the entire tribe of these white-skinned, pink-haired elves.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, just overall for the season, very positive vibes. We talked about it in Discord a little bit. Just really a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah,
Really
it's a
strong
it's a
season.
hard season to keep up with. Whereas like even summer, I feel like summer after a while, I think I only had 2 shows that I was keeping on top of because I wanted to. The rest of them were more just like, yeah, I started it, I'll finish it kind of a thing. But
Yeah,
this
last
is,
season was easy.
This is huge. What do I still have? What am I looking at? 34 sitting in the fall season, and there are I don't think I'll watch Exception. I started it. It's a Netflix anime about people who put their consciousness into a computer to then go terraform a planet.
It looks
And
so
then-
bad.
Yeah, and
Like,
then they print their bodies. They like 3D print their bodies to put their consciousnesses back into. But one of them has an exception when it's printing, and so you get this sort of gremlin thing that gets created.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
is
I'll
the
check that out.
goofiest looking
It looks, yeah,
animation I've
looks
ever
really
seen in
dumb.
my life.
Yeah, because last season the only 2 that I would say like, oh yeah, keep up with this one. This one's great. Outside of Overlord, because I'd already been watching that. It was just really just Licorice Recall and Call of Night. Those are like the 2 great ones. That's like keep up with this one. These are great.
Yeah, 100%.
And then Edge Runners came out and blew it up, and it's like, wow, this is awesome.
Dude,
But you don't have to
Edge
keep watching
Runners.
every week. You just watch it whenever.
And it took forever to get it out, so we had no idea it was going to be that good of a season until they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget that we exist. Here you go." And you're like, "Wow, this is amazing."
Yeah, no problem with anybody putting it as best anime of the season.
Yeah. What about you? Stuart, a man who doesn't watch anime. Here, I'll come down to your level. There
I
we go.
don't look. I'm just
what do
here to
you
give the
escape with?
normie. I'm just here to give the normie takes.
What does a normie do to relax and enjoy time?
Now sometimes I watch anime.
Yes, that's all right.
Well, I do. Look, what do we do this week? The fantasy hockey thing, which is
Yeah.
fun. I like fantasy sports. I like fantasy hockey. It's my favorite version of that.
Really? I've only done fantasy football, and that was one time.
It's easy to do fantasy football kind of at a pedestrian level, but like because you've got, you know, a couple of games a week or a couple of nights a week, you actually have to pay attention.
I don't even do
And,
that. It's all
you
in
know,
app
it's not-
now.
It's not a whole lot going on. Yeah, and it's easy. I mean, they make them very, very user friendly. But when you get into like baseball or hockey, when you have games every night, it just makes you have to pay more attention. And so the autistic side of me, who likes spreadsheets and stuff, and stats, that I get into that. So it's just like, oh, you know, it's just like any other mobile game at that point. You're just looking down to see, oh, I need to make sure I do this.
Yeah. Just keeping
But,
up on it. And you do that every night? You watch another sports event?
Not always.
Okay.
And you don't have to watch the game; you just have to see how it's going, and then keep track of your guys. Is like, should I really start him next week? And you thought you got this goal like there is like that was luck. It's like I was like I don't even know how you got that. Stuff like that.
Usually looking at like how they're trending, how did they do this week versus where I think they should be, and if it starts to become a pattern, then it's like, maybe I need to move on.
Who got hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Do people get hurt a lot in hockey?
Oh yeah.
I feel like it looks dangerous.
I mean, do you
but
see
then-
how like first off, because we were talking about this tonight actually, me and I had some friends over, but you know, it's
Mr. Our friends over here.
you have to start with the premise of hockey with you're putting ice skates on. All right. So it's not like you're putting cleats on, you're not running, you're not doing something that's natural since you've been like a year old. You're running around, you're skating. Now, on top of that, you're not using your arms or your legs in a kicking motion or a throwing motion. No, you're holding a stick and you're hitting a puck, which is basically the size of a flat baseball. And you're doing all this with a bunch of other dudes who aren't small at all in a rink that's not all that big. It's not like the size of a soccer field. And everybody wants to hurt each other. So it's
and
it's
they
a very-
can. You can just
and
body someone.
and that's exactly the best
yeah,
part.
and you could just like smash into somebody. It's okay.
It's
Yeah,
like all-
hockey is one of the. I would imagine it's the most difficult sport to learn.
To me, that agree. And I grew up. I love playing soccer. I grew up playing soccer. I enjoyed it, but watching soccer to me is incredibly boring because of how the action. There just seems to be no action. Like you have to constantly wait. Where everybody's moving in hockey, it's constantly in motion.
And there's pretty much always a threat to score if you're on the right side of the field. It takes like 2 seconds to get there.
Yeah. Look,
and-
my favorite. I'm a Devils fan. I mean, Martin Brodeur is the reason why, and you know he scored 3 goals as a goalie.
Yeah,
That
but
seems
yeah,
so
you,
strange.
obviously you can score from anywhere. But it's like when you're
Can
on the
the
other side of
goalie
the field, it's
leave?
like it can happen literally at any time.
Yeah.
Is the goalie
I mean, I
tied
do
down,
that.
or are they allowed to leave their goalpost?
Well,
They can leave the crease.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually come out of the box and come off of the rink, because if you're pressed, if you're behind by like maybe a 1 goal, you might want an extra guy out there shooting it on offense, and so you're giving up your goaltender to put another guy on the ice who can shoot. So that's a common tactic, especially towards the end of a game when you're down by 1.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So
Yeah, just
strange.
some different strategy elements. Yeah, like baseball, obviously, it's like, yeah, you're doing a swing in motion. It's not a natural thing, but It's not that
That's kind of
unnatural for-
natural, though.
I was gonna say, yeah, I guess not too
Give a
natural, but-
kid a stick and they're gonna swing it. You know.
No, but I'm talking like I'm talking like hitting a baseball and trying to like hit a target like that, not just like hitting things, but
yeah.
trying to hit a
okay.
baseball. It's not really that easy. It takes getting used to for sure. Hitting a puck, like sure you can do like golf swings and stuff like that, but it's a little bit different when you're on ice skates, trying to not just do that, but you're also trying to dribble the puck basically as well, because you have to maintain control between.
Yeah, it's not just you're skating, but then you're also you got a stick in your hand. You got a stick handle with a puck in front of you now, with being able to see where you're going, keeping your eye on the puck at the same time, watching out for guys that are trying to check you into the boards. So it's a lot going on.
I imagine it's like slightly easier than trying to play basketball in a roller dome with a baseball bat.
Well, Blaine, you're in the Seattle area, right?
Yeah, we've got a brand new team.
Y'all got and it's the Kraken, right? I like the name. I like it.
Guess what our mascot is? If I told you I've got a hockey team, so it's an ice-based sport, and it's called the Krakens, is the name of the team. What would you think that the mascot should be?
Some
Probably
guy
like
named
a-
Phil.
It's probably like
Giant squid.
It's probably like an old sailing ship, or like or it's just a
Old
fish.
old
It's
wooden
literally
ship.
just-
Or I
Yeah,
think there's
something
some
like that,
rum
or
called Kraken too.
or it's literally
Oh,
just like
Kraken
a
rum
fish,
is good.
right?
Nope. It's Buoy.
What?
The troll.
What?
It's a furry
It's
because it's Seattle.
fucking troll
it's
ball,
a
man.
buoy. It's a buoy, so you skate around it.
Oh.
That's dumb.
My
Uh,
hope is that this is an actual troll, that they made up this whole costume as a troll for Seattle, and they're gonna be like, just kidding, it's a Kraken. What
Like-
else? What else would it
It's
be?
an no, just kidding. It's an actual buoy, and they just put the big metal on.
Yeah.
Buoy.
Couldn't you
that would
just
be
make an
hilarious if it
actual
was just this
Kraken?
buoy going around.
Yeah,
Say,
and then
look.
when you score a goal, they got to have Liam Neeson saying, "Release the Kraken."
Oh, jeez, I don't want that loudness.
Like you could just have an actual Kraken. It's not that crazy.
Why did they
No.
name the mascot Phil? Phil M. Kraken.
Phil McCracken.
They probably don't think that's funny.
Children made it, maybe. I don't know. I don't honestly have any idea.
Look.
Look,
I'm-
he's descending from the sky. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming down."
Yikes,
to
it's
ruin your
real.
day."
That's how a wrestler died.
Yeah, Owen Hart.
Owen Hart. I was trying to. It's like his Bret
Ugh.
Hart's brother. I was trying to remember his
Oh,
name.
did he get like choked?
No, he
Oh,
fell.
he fell out of it.
Just
Oh,
woof.
yikes!
Not good. It would have been good if the furry did though.
The guy in the suit
Yeah.
probably isn't a
Everybody's cheering it on the way down. Yeah.
He just
Yeah,
got paid
splat.
to be there.
You got what you had. I just got paid
And
to do this. I'm not a real one.
Then they just clean him up with the Zamboni.
Just the red streak behind it, like it's a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode.
Be thankful. Thankful, Blaine. I'm from Richmond, just outside of Richmond. We are not a sports town, and so
Yeah.
we have a
No.
double-A baseball team, the Flying Squirrels,
Oh,
and
huh.
we have, and it is a squirrel in a superhero outfit
What's
because
our
he
AA team?
flies around like a superhero, and his name is Nutsy, and he has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend. Well, it's alleged anyway that it's assumed that they're together, and her
So his
name is
girlfriend named Busty.
Natasha.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no, that's awful.
Why would they do that?
Look, I don't know because I don't even think Richmond has any flying squirrels native to the area. So I mean, we have
The-
squirrels.
no.
They're friggin' everywhere.
I had it wrong. We don't have a AA. We have a AAA team down in
You
Tacoma.
have a professional team. They're in the playoffs right now.
I mean, they exist too, sure. But we got the Mariners and the Rainiers, and the Rainiers have a lot cheaper beer at their stadium. So
Oh, that sounds good.
They're named after the mountain next to us.
Mount
That's
Rainier.
Mariners want more people to go to their games. They could lower the price on beer too.
It's true. I'd go if there's cheaper beer. I just don't. I'm just not a baseball guy.
To me, I like it because it slows things. Baseball's a slow moving sport, and if I
But I
need
play golf if I want a slow moving sport. I
Well,
did.
Do you want
I
to
did
play?
yesterday.
if I want to be aggravated with myself, I'll play golf.
It's true. I was.
If I want to
very
go to
bad.
sleep, I'll watch golf.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, I love golf.
Happy
Love it.
Gilmore is still the greatest sports movie of all time.
You thought it has Adam Sandler in it.
Yeah,
still good.
but it's really good.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Wanted to say Caddyshack, but I
Why he
don't
didn't
know
direct
that I
it?
would
Shooter
watch
McGavin.
Caddyshack. If I had the choice, I'd probably still watch Happy Gilmore. I think you're
I would
right.
watch Happy Gilmore. It's got Bob Barker, the guy who played Jaws, and James Bond. I mean,
Yep.
it's great.
Very, very.
Oh yeah, I was
classic.
thinking, it's like, yeah, he didn't direct it, right? No, he didn't.
That was one of the very early ones. That was
Yeah, he's just an
Yeah.
actor.
That was before 8 Crazy Nights.
when he made funny movies.
Mm.
It was back then with
Yeah.
Billy
Waterboy.
Madison and Happy Gilmore and Waterboy.
Yeah. Waterboy was
Quality
the big one we
H2O.
always quoted.
Back before he had a 20-year streak of money laundering.
She showed me her boobies, and I liked them too.
Have you seen The Ringer?
No.
No, I know you haven't. I was talking about this last week. But no, The Ringer, it's about a guy who he needs money, so he's gonna do a gambling scheme, and he gets his nephew to join the Special Olympics, but his nephew isn't special. It's so funny because you have all of these actually mentally handicapped people and physically handicapped people that are acting in this show,
Look,
and they're doing all this stuff. They're like, "Oh, we always play it up. Like, remember when Pamela Anderson came by? Hi, gal." So good.
you couldn't get. I mean, it would be too easy to get away with it these days because everybody's got a disease.
Everybody's got something. They're like,
Condition.
oh yeah, he's on the spectrum. Which
There's
one?
a stand-up guy with palsy, I think, who's
That's called a
hilarious.
Sit down.
No, he is hilarious. I don't know what I think it's palsy. It's like cerebral palsy or something like that,
Yeah.
or whatever. He's got this thing with his arm and everything, and he was talking about how he's in the Special Olympics, and like his routines are very funny, and he makes fun of it to the point where you're kind of ashamed of yourself.
Well, as long as he's telling the jokes, right?
As if it
Well,
was a
if you
Ricky Berwick or something like
Look,
that.
if you're comfortable watching anime, you're probably comfortable being ashamed of yourself anyway.
I feel like that was a backhanded compliment or something like that.
I don't know what my buttons do. There we go. I'll just play the compliment song. There we go.
No,
I feel
y'all
better.
look. I like learning about what's out there that I might be interested in. Now, some of that stuff that some of those shows y'all were talking about, like none of that that doesn't interest me at all. But other things,
This season
Yeah.
we got ninjas. We got Gundams.
Don't watch Ninja.
The ninja show's amazing.
Don't watch the Ninja show.
People.
It's
I need
not
to
good.
finish Bleach. I need to finish
You
Bleach
can
so I
watch
can
that Ninja
watch
show.
the new one.
You're gonna finish it so you can watch the new one? I just jumped into it. I think I watched up to like episode 160 or 180 of the original Bleach season, and then I just jumped into this one. I didn't miss anything. It's good.
I am.
Dude, they're gonna retcon so much stuff in the new season. You might as well just skip to it.
That's
No,
funny.
I am dysfunctional when it comes to this stuff. Like when a new Halo game comes out, I have to play all the Halo games in order before I play it because I'm that kind of dumb.
What?
I don't think I'd ever drive myself to do that.
It's like I need to
Where
be.
did
I
you
need to
leave
be like. I need to be like in the zone when I do this. So I need
You
to
have
be
to
like,
rewatch all of Bleach now. You watch
Yeah.
like 140 episodes. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah, how far were
Don't
you
test me.
when you stopped?
I think I was in season 13 or 14.
Oh, jeez.
That's
That
I'm
is
not going to
not
start
far
over
enough.
from the beginning. I'm just going to try to pick
You're
up a
just gonna
couple.
Well, yeah,
there's-
so it's not that bad. It's just like,
There's
yeah.
No.
380, I think.
But I need to have some momentum going into it. So
Yeah. 366 episodes or something like that.
He's probably still at like the Iran car arc.
You think?
Yeah,
There's-
because there's like 26 seasons.
yeah,
Wouldn't
it's
he be on the Bount arc?
no
Oh,
Bounce
that's
is
No,
not
Bound
early.
Arc's like 3.
That's like
Oh.
yeah, that's real early. They're still trying to. They're still in the crap. It's been
Hueco
it's,
Mundo.
yeah, they're yeah.
Yeah,
And,
he's on Espada, Ron car, all that.
I know what they're not going to retcon.
Nope. I
In fact,
I
love
would argue they look even bigger.
Nobody touch Orihime.
I love that one.
You're not
'Cause,
going to
like,
treat her like you did Tifa.
The
and
Booba must
Hinata
stay.
and like
Yeah.
everyone from Naruto got nerfed.
Yeah, Square Enix is no longer based. They're not like the rest of anime.
Wait, what?
They're not Studio Trigger. Square Enix is not Studio Trigger.
Are they the ones making the show?
No, I'm talking about Square
No.
Enix in terms of Final Fantasy. We were talking about Tifa. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
saying they don't know how to keep up with the character models.
I
Yeah.
said you're not gonna do to her what you did to Tifa.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
making that in reference to.
No, that's
Forced
and it's
mastectomy.
just a fun intro. Why is thighs trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
Well, it's what?
If you want something that's pretty good, and it's gonna like literally last 10 episodes for you on Netflix. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, really good. We mentioned a little
I've
bit
got to
earlier.
watch that now. I've
Yeah.
heard so many. I've
Yeah.
heard enough people say good
Yeah,
things.
check it
that-
out.
It's so good.
Most people will like it, I assume. I wouldn't trust my mother, but you know.
I would trust it. I mean, like when you have something
like,
where
specifically,
the
she
only
wouldn't like
complaint
it,
people
yeah.
have is that they're like, oh, there's like a lolly character, and you're like, it's not. She's not a kid. She's an adult with a cybernetic body. Like, there's a difference between like just making a kid and being like, oh, they're old enough, or making someone who's an adult who just has a tiny body. Those are two very different things. And when that's your
they?
only gripe about the show, it's probably a good show then.
Well, like,
It's-
how old is she? Because she's like very horny for a young man.
I don't think she's actually that old. She's probably like at most like 24, 25.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she-
what I'm thinking.
We can
Like
look.
she's,
the-
We
she's
have
probably
the
not in high
power.
school. She's not in
The
high
way
school
Blaine
anymore, but
describes
she's,
her,
like,
he
a
acts like
little
she's like 40 or 35.
Do I?
You do.
No.
That's how it comes across.
I think it's just
Wait,
because
is
you're
this the
too
I think
Netflix
that's
young.
because
show that-
Michael has a messed up view of relationships.
And
Eat
age.
shit.
Don't forget. She is at least 20 apparently, but it's not
At least.
specific. Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
that
say
makes sense.
around 20.
Let's get to the. She's at least 18.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
she
we're
is,
past that. We're
Yeah,
well past
easily.
that one. But yeah, no,
Like
the fact that
Lucy's
she-
younger than her easily as well. Like Lucy's really close to David in age. I think she's like slightly older than David.
Is she?
Yeah, didn't we look this up? They're like the same age.
I think Lucy's probably like 18 actually.
Lucy is 3.2 million years old.
Okay.
What is
I'm
this?
so confused.
this
I don't
is-
even know
this
what we're
is a-
really talking about.
This is
We're
a
talking about
a
the characters
fossil.
in Cyberpunk.
This is
Oh,
a
okay.
Fossil, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The
Not
lowly
fossil.
character who is just a woman who is small. She's like a young adult. That's how
Lucy
she
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
it's
we
said
were.
to be
I
around
thought we had
20.
drifted into that movie that's coming out or that is out now with the robot that looks like it's 10 and they're sexual.
Oh,
the
no.
AI 10-year-old thing? That's
No.
terrifying.
I don't like that.
It's like it's Cuties 2.0. It's awful. I've
Pull
only
it
seen
up.
that
Burn
one
it.
screen grab
Burn it.
that people put up
I
there.
need some water for this.
If you're interested in watching this, you've got a problem.
Dude, I was
Um,
on Twitter. How did I not see this?
What
They
would I
probably blocked her
search?
from you.
I only saw it only just popped up on my radar like this week. So I don't know. Was that some? I mean, or of course, it's a European film festival because they do that stuff over there.
Yeah.
They really love that kind of stuff there. Apparently,
Just
I
look
had
at
to cough there. Apparently, they really love that stuff over there.
A German film about a man and his robot daughters.
Oh, even
sexual
better.
Relationship
Uh-huh.
triggers walkouts and outrage.
How about tarring and feathering? How about strangulation? How about well, how about what it really should prompt?
Yeah.
Violence.
Yeah, these
How
directors
do
should
you
be
get to the
removed.
point of showing it to other people before people are like, nah, no, I'm out. No, like how many
Do they
people
cast a
actually worked
child?
on this film?
Yeah, like you have to think how many people were working on this and just like said, I want to do this.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah,
is
like
the-
these people said, like, yeah, I'm gonna help make CGI
Like,
stuff.
how
for
do you get
project.
to the point of? Did they cast like a child, like an actual child, in this movie?
They probably modeled a child.
It's CG'd, but
I have to
Oh, it's CG.
assume
Hold
they
on,
got
let
international
me
talent
just
for the
keep
CG.
reading. Let me keep reading. The troublesome plot. In the film, The Trouble with Being Born, a grown man, played by Dominic Warta, gets a childlike android to replace his 10-year-old daughter who went missing 10 years ago. The
Ew.
robot looks exactly like a 10-year-old girl because she is in fact played by 10-year-old actress Lena
Oh
Watson.
my god.
The man calls the robot Ellie, and she calls him Daddy. Although the sexual relationship the man has with Ellie in the film is implied, there's no doubt that the father is indeed having a sexual relationship with her. In one particularly disturbing scene, Ellie is lying naked on the counter as her father removes her. Oh.
What the fuck?
You can stop. You can stop.
I'm going to.
That's disgusting.
And this is why the Inquisition has exterminatus. The virus
Gee.
bombing.
How do you get to the point
Wait,
where
that's
you're like,
easily
oh,
worse
we're
than
gonna cast
cuties.
a
That's like not
10-year-old?
that's not close. Like that's easily worse than cuties.
I think the part with cuties was as if they had so many girls involved in that.
I mean,
and
that's
it was
obviously
so,
cuties is disgusting. It's
so
beyond the line of it's beyond the line of reprehensible where you can come back from. But honestly, that sounds worse.
I smell feds.
Firebomb Berlin.
I will be back.
Well, and
Not
what,
to talk about that.
What? Yeah, we'll
Okay.
finish that by the time you get back, I think. But what's worse is that there's actually humans out there like this. Like Nick always talks about that case that he did.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with
I know
the
what you're talking about.
incest dad, and it's just like that's terrifying that this exists. Why would you ever put this into like memorialize it in film? Like the only thing it needs to be memorialized in is ashes. That's all we need to do for that kind of stuff. So we'll move on. I have more
Perfect
Minecraft
friend.
villagers now. That's cool. I found gold deep down in the earth. I did that today. That was fun. Who brought that up? I know I Googled it, but was that Serranos? Did he do this to us?
No, I thought y'all were talking about age and everything, and I thought that's what y'all were referring to that. I thought y'all slipped into that conversation because you said Netflix, and for some reason, because I figured that's something that Netflix.
Of course
is
they'd
doing.
have it, yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh, of course, that's a Netflix thing, right?
No, but I'm definitely gonna watch Cyberpunk. I might
Yeah.
get started on that this weekend.
It's a are you familiar with any of Trigger's other works? Kill la Kill, Inferno Cop, Promare came out, sort of a firefighting movie. I love this studio. This studio has a very distinct style, a very big, bombastic, bright colors. Even though they depict some very dreary worlds from time to time, it looks very, very amazing. So I'm excited to hear what you think about it because I freaking love this show.
I'll probably like it. I'm not hard to please when it comes to that. Like that's like I'm the degenerate out there that enjoys the prequel Dune books as opposed to all the books that came after Dune. I mean,
You're just the degenerate who reads Dune books, I think.
well, no, the degenerates are like, oh, Dune is such a deep and psychologically riveting book and blah 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 blah. It's like, no, I mean, it's like it's got a great storyline to it and everything, but it gets, once you get past the second Dune book, it's really weird, and it gets really sexual really fast, and it's just in a very odd way, right? And you've
Yeah.
got clones having sex with other clones, and it's sort of then you have sexual martial arts, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Sexy arts. I love old kung fu movies. Those are my favorite movies. I had someone the other day, they were asking me about, wait, was it this chat? They were asking me about live things? Somebody asked me, and I was like, I don't know what the last live action thing was that I like thought about. But then today I was thinking about it. I was like, I miss like going to a video store and grabbing some random movie, and like Drunken Master, or some of the even older ones where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. These people hate those people, and now they're flying through the air punching each other. I like it. It's just fun.
No, Alex, I mean, I saw it. He goes, his son is terrible writing the prequels. I mean, it was him and Kevin J. Anderson, but I thought the Butlerian Jihad, like going way back, and why AI was banned in the Dune, the Duneverse, why it was banned. I thought that the characters were pretty fun to follow, and how they each meet their ends. It gets a little campy, but I don't mind campy in that regard. Just, I like a bit of escapism in my books. I like, as I said, that's why I'm such a Tom Clancy fan. It's generally the good guys are good and the bad guys are bad, and the good guys generally win. And you don't have to worry about all the complexities that if like you're watching a game or reading Game of Thrones.
What about Game of Thrones?
Oh no, look.
You don't like the complexity of it?
I don't like it has to be so real, and it has to have a dark side to it and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, no, just tell me evil's evil. Like I'm old enough to understand that evil's evil and whatever. And yeah, I listened, and that's how I actually read those, Alex, the Scott Brick audiobooks. I mean, most of my, what the
I'm with it. Where can I find this?
Someone asked the AI for it. Fudo with the horse cock. And they got... Notice it's hashtag no balls gang either. So AI is taking over. Have you seen some of this AI artwork? Not to derail your riveting Dune conversation.
I do agree. Tremors is better than Dune.
Tremors better than Dune. All I remember about Dune is a movie that was good, and then a movie that had a lot of narration that I don't think it needed.
Way over. I mean, I think the book, the original movie is way over narrated.
Yeah. Wait, the OG movie? I thought it was like a remake that did a bunch of weird narrations.
The British version that they did, the miniseries,
Right.
I thought that was a little weird because the costumes were so wild, but you get the impression reading the books that that kind of stuff is going on, and they also have to tame the fact that Baron Harkonnen is a gay child molester, and that's very much a focal point of why he's so evil.
The one that gets his boils lanced in the movie.
Yeah.
That's such a weird, you're immediately like, oh, he's just physically gross. I don't like that. Your stepmom swore she has seen a 4-hour version of the David Lynch film.
Because it probably felt like it was 4 hours long.
Maybe she was just high.
Maybe she was just a normal human being going, oh my goodness, just end this now.
I don't remember. Yeah, David Lynch is a weird dude. He so my uncle owned the diner from Twin Peaks, and they came to do the new Twin Peaks, and so they actually came in and redid it, and he was like, if you're gonna change the way the diner looks. It needs to be real. It can't be just a facade that you take down when you leave. Because when people come here, I want them to be at the diner. So they went ahead and they redid it. So they did it all. Yeah, he actually got to meet David Lynch, and he is just a weird freaking dude. Just a very quiet, kind of. You're just like, all right, bro, have a good one, I guess. But it's just a fun factoid for everybody. Kojima is the David Lynch of gaming. Probably true. Probably
Yeah, they're
very
both
true.
overrated as hell, made mostly crap.
What? You don't like Eraserhead?
No, I haven't seen anything or I haven't seen most of the stuff either of them made. I was just throwing out a hot take.
Just hot taking.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw the red behind me. Okay, Alexa,
I had to
relax
do-
stream.
I had to do hot
There we
take. It was demanded by the chat. I guess they didn't know they wanted it yet.
The newest Dune was your movie of the year.
I still need to see that.
Huh.
Dang, that's cool.
Still need to see it. Look, I'm slow on these.
I actually watched. That was one movie I watched. I watched Dune. I enjoyed it actually.
The new one?
I heard it
for
was really good.
2021.
Yeah. It was very slow.
I heard it really does set up for
It's
more
very
Dune
slow.
movies.
Playing a scary white guy. I know lots of scary white guys. I live just outside of Seattle. There's dozens of us.
That 80s Dune had Patrick Stewart in it.
Yes,
Minor
and
role.
Gurney Halleck, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Considering the impression of who I thought he was going to be, how he was going to be portrayed in the movie. But look, Patrick Stewart's likable in any role he plays, except for when he plays the old Picard.
He's likable except when he talks in real life.
Yeah.
Which
Have
is
you
weird
seen?
because
Have
he
you
did
seen
really-
his?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, have you seen his Christmas Carol where he plays Scrooge?
Yes.
Excellent. I love that one.
Yes. And but that dude looks weird now. Like, you talk about people who get too much work done, guys who get too much work done.
Oh yeah,
Stands out
he's
even
like
more.
is-
funky looking.
He looks off. Like, he looked bad enough as Xavier in the X-Men movies like almost 20 years ago. Or maybe it is 20 years ago now, but I mean,
Yeah,
The original one?
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
only gotten worse.
Yeah, the original ones. Yeah.
because what's weird to me though about the old man Picard stuff being so weird is that I feel like he did really good in Logan. Maybe it's just a bad director.
Because Logan
Mm.
was amazing.
Maybe
Bad writing.
Yeah, maybe it's because of it. Old man Picard.
He really
has been
swore too
written
much though, and
in
that it did not fit his character. Like Logan swearing all the time, yeah, of course, it makes sense. But Pat, like, I can't say anything.
Professor?
Xavier? Yeah, that doesn't fit his character at all because of how much characterization he's had all over the years. It doesn't work.
Mm.
So it's very odd to hear him say "fucking" about like 4 or 5 different times. It's like, whoa.
Mhm.
Just,
Yeah,
it
that's-
feels out of character.
and I'm not a Trekkie by any means, but like one of my favorite memories was Saturday nights on Fox. I would go downstairs and watch Star Trek: The Next Generation with my dad, and I was very young at that's a very good memory of me, and I enjoyed that series so much. And Picard was such a likable guy in that, and to see it's just like the
Desecration.
attempt to make a gritty Picard. Picard's not gritty. He's clean. He's gentlemanly.
By the book.
Yeah, he's
And-
refined.
Yeah, he's a Brit, like in all how you
Yep.
expect the British gentleman.
Except he's French.
Except for he's French, right? That's what he comes off as.
Jean-Luc
Jean-Luc
Picard.
Micard. Jean-Luc Micard.
Jean Mickard.
Yeah, it's so I mean it's just stop trying to do it's so much contrived and and forced nature behind it, and bad writing on top of it. Of course, I think bad writing is what does that. It was like, let's do this.
Right. My Star Wars growing
Yeah,
up
just
was
bad writing
Voyager.
all the way down.
I loved Voyager.
Yeah, we watched like the first episode of that. Deep Space Nine, I enjoyed. I thought it was. I thought it was a different. I thought it was a different take. It was kind of like the bar scene instead of out. You know, you went out and you found, and there was exploring and all this other stuff. The world or the universe or the galaxy or whatever you want to say came to you.
Yeah.
And you know, it had its own conflict and its own
Yeah,
Deep
Space Nine is how you do the more gray and darker
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it too.
That's how you actually do it. Because you're
It was really good.
literally on the outskirts of the Federation. There, it's like they don't have control out there.
No.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Very good character development too with everybody.
Yep, I love Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine was great.
I like a plot that moves to a place that made like Voyager very like, yeah, there's an ending to this story. Let's get there.
I like the Borg in that one.
Yeah.
There's
She's
definitely a
nice.
lot of
Yeah.
interesting things in
She was
Voyager.
Yeah.
And there was also just a lot of episodes they had to fill in because they couldn't advance the story that much, or else it'd be over in 2 seasons.
Yeah, it didn't start getting really good until Dominion War started, I think.
Oh, they had that on Voyager. I like actually gave up on Voyager. I was just like, I don't care anymore. I think I probably watched at least 5
How
seasons.
old were you?
4 seasons. What? Me?
You didn't care because you had to go trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the playground.
No, I watched all of this when I was like
I
a
There
was
was
in,
no
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh when
elementary
Voyager
school.
came out.
teenager.
Might have been Pogs. You remember Pogs?
I watched all this stuff on VHS. I didn't watch any of this live on TV.
Oh.
Remember, I
Well
was born
then.
in '98. All this
Oh,
stuff is
oh,
older
wow.
than
No,
I
never
am.
mind. I guess it's all Yu-Gi-Oh cards then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it all in real time.
Yep. I
You weren't
understand.
there. You don't
I wasn't.
understand.
You don't know.
You didn't stay up waiting to hit record on the VCR. And then you forgot to pop the stupid tab, and now you got something else recorded
Oh.
over the top. And people just don't know. They don't know nowadays.
They don't know the struggle.
That's right.
I have such a weird, like,
Imagine never hearing dial-up.
Oh, I know what that is.
have you seen showing people dial up?
Showing
What,
kids a
dog.
rotary phone or a corded phone.
It's just the sound, I think. Let me see if I can find it. I feel like this was a hilarious little video that had like a bunch of like Zoomers, and they just played the dial-up noise for them. We're like, this is how we used to get on the internet. It was, and they're all like freaking out like it's a horror movie. It's really funny. Because it just there's so much of that, like the fax machine, right? Now, I will grant you that when I worked at the gun shop, states and cities still use a fax machine. So I've used a fax machine well into my my late 20s. And I don't do that anymore now.
But why, when scanners exist and we have PDFs? It's just, I don't understand that at all.
How do you create a PDF?
They just want paper. Like I can't explain it. They finally went digital, I want to say about 4 years ago. 5 years ago, but yeah, we were like filling out triplicate forms, mailing one off, and sending a fax machine up until about, or sending a fax, not a fax machine, until about like 5 years ago. And people, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go fax this off, and they'd be like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna dial a phone number, and it's gonna connect to somebody else's robot. And then I'm going to feed it a piece of paper, and then they're going to print that piece of paper, and they're like, why don't you just email it? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's the city of Duval, population 20. I don't think they can do that.
No internet for them.
Yeah. They get one carrier pigeon a year.
I love seeing
You're
the
like,
fax
kid.
number in someone's email address and be like, I have your email address. I will be faxing you nothing.
Oh.
Kid, I know more than you. Shut up.
Well, and then like I get this stuff like all the time too with like business crap where it's like, oh, here's something we need you to respond to. Send us a letter or fax. And I'm like, can I email you? And they're like, no. Do you have a form online I can fill out? No. I have to write a letter and send it into our employment security department. I can't just like fill out a form on the computer. It's like, what era are we in? I know you made this on a computer. I know you know they exist.
Yeah, you're doing this on purpose.
They just want to be. They're hoping that I don't send anything
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
I'm just like, God, why is it such a pain in my ass? Same with taxes. All my IRS stuff has to be like printed out in paper and sent in. It's such a pain.
Will it really?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Bunch of those 2020 and 2021 credits, the 940s and 941Xs. They don't really have a good digital form for that yet, I guess. So you've got to do it all on paper, and it's like, oh.
I just
hate
do. I just get credits for kids. I should have more kids.
More kids, more credit, baby.
Dude, you love your kids even more by about February
There
of
you
every
go.
year if you do your taxes early.
Yeah,
You're
you're a
like-
cute little deduction, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm getting an extra $3,000 this year from you.
Does the kid have to be of a sufficient age? Or would they
Pretty
count,
sure
like
it's
if you
just
had a
have the
baby
kid.
right before filing, like
No,
right,
it is.
right
It's,
on the
well,
22nd?
no, it's by the end of the calendar year. So if you have
Yeah.
a kid on December 27th, you claim it
Count
on your taxes a month later and you get the whole,
Nice.
it counts for the whole year.
Oh, that'll pay for a third of the delivery after insurance.
Healthcare's affordable now, Blaine.
I
Daddy, why
heard.
is my sister named Rose? It's because your sister really loves Rose's tax credit.
Oh my goodness. You set the VCR to receive signals for one channel and watch another show?
Nice.
Oh, the
On
early
another level.
TiVo.
You multitasking? Magical
Was it
number
Cinemax?
tax-wise is 10. Ooh.
Peter Venkman fan site? Was it Cinemax? Was that the other channel?
Yeah, fan site. My one, well, I guess there's lots of female viewers in chat, but the one confirmed female viewer in chat.
Has she even facepalmed tonight?
I don't think so. We've been pretty good.
I feel
so
like
far.
I've seen one.
We
It's probably when Blaine was talking about Shinobi no Itoku being good.
I love the
Oh.
ninja show. It's fun. Ninjas are
It's
silly
been a
and
lot
they're
of
modern
barf
ninjas.
emojis tonight.
Poor people don't have cable. Yeah, I didn't have cable.
I didn't have cable until, but they didn't run it out here in the sticks where I lived until I was.
I've literally never owned cable. Never in my life have I had.
Yeah, but
cable
you're on the
television.
other end of that. You saying that is like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
You have
I never
cable
had
internet.
that. I don't go on TikTok. I didn't really have internet access until I was like, or like, free internet access until I was like 14.
Well,
10
and,
years
and
after everybody else.
Fansite always talks about this mythical commercial-free cable that I think is a fever dream. I don't believe that
Yeah, it
ever
probably doesn't
existed.
exist. Yeah.
How would someone put
Disbelief.
together a paid program and then not add a commercial to it?
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't make
ridiculous.
sense.
Even Netflix advertises their own shows.
Yeah, and now they have an ad tier.
So I have a, I gotta go find it. So when I was a baby, my parents did the whole VCR tape, something that came on television. It was the
Mhm.
original Muppet movie. It was on TV. They legitimately had like 2 commercials. They weren't that long in between, normal, and it was like every 20 minutes, not every like 7 minutes or whatever. It's like every 20 minutes. And it's like the same 2 or 3 of them over and over and over again, but that was it. And it was just like, that was a commercial break back then. And you're like,
Yeah, it was a break.
Well, and even what's funny to me is you watch anime now, and there's one commercial break in the middle every time. It's just like, here's our commercial break, and now we're back. You don't have like 3 breaks throughout the show.
Well, I mean, sometimes
RTX
it's one
49
after
is
theme
cracking me up in
song.
the
That is a pretty good one. Gemini is always good for a giggler.
Yeah, it's always got
Yep.
the good ones.
Oh my goodness. I don't understand why we still have
Although
broadcasted TV channels.
I'd say one of my best memories or my favorite things is I really like Scooby Doo as a kid. Me and my sister.
Original Scooby Doo or one of the newer ones?
Yeah, old stuff. Old stuff.
Yes.
Like yeah.
The 68, 69 series.
There's like the newer stuff like What's New Scooby Doo. I like those as well. I like the Mystery Inc. I thought that was pretty okay as well.
The
Yeah,
the Cartoon Network movies that they did in the mid late 90s were pretty
Zombie
good.
Island.
Zombie Island, yes. very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, like lots of different Scooby Doo stuff I liked, and other shows as well. I don't remember all of them, but I do remember Scooby Doo well enough. And my aunt, at least one of my aunts and uncles, they actually videotaped stuff because they had cable. They recorded like a bunch of different shows for us, like Cartoon Network stuff, and gave it to us as a gift for Christmas because we liked it.
Nice.
So
The
I
Cartoon
had
Network.
yeah, I had VCR recordings of a decent amount of stuff, or not a decent amount of stuff, but I do had VCR of some cable TV, but not that much.
That was and I've told this before, but every Sunday my grandma would come to church with a VHS where she had recorded the Toonami block for me and my sister. And so every week we got Gundam,
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Sailor Moon.
Because load anime.
Yeah, we had so many, and then we would we'd get them, we'd watch them, and then we'd return the tape because she only had like 2 or 3 tapes, so
Like
we would get a
Blockbuster.
couple. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'd have to give them back,
Yep.
and then she'd record over with whatever the next week was, and so it was just this constant. Here, Grandma, thank you.
No, wait, it's the original Netflix.
Yeah.
Like you got the disc and then you
You'd
watched it and
send
then you
it
gave it
back.
back so you
Yeah.
could get the new disc back.
Mhm.
Oh.
Dude, I remember my buddy came to me and told me about Netflix and he described it to me because he was like, we're just gonna make copies of all the movies and everything. I was like, this isn't good. This isn't a business model that's gonna last because why would people do that?
And
And
you're
then-
like, oh, people are dumb.
Yeah.
They're lazy.
Maybe I was dumb because then I realized it's like, no, just people don't want to hoard movies. They just want to watch it. And then after they're done with it, they're done with it.
Right.
Not
and-
everybody's
and like
stupid like me.
It's not even that. Like we talk about this all the time, right? Like we talked about Reincarnated as a Sword, right? This show is awesome. It's really fun. When it airs in Japan, it then is available on all of the pirate sites. And the pirate sites have great functionality. You can see them, you can skip the intro, all this kind of stuff. It's not available on the service that I pay for another week. And it's like you have these things that are so simple, so easy to do, of just Googling like how to go see this thing. But there are people that just won't do that. They'll wait until it's available on their streaming service that they pay for. They'll just follow the rules and not not make a copy of their Netflix DVDs. People just kind of go with the rules and kind of flow with whatever's going on rather than like actually actively doing something that may make their life better or not. It's just so strange. So strange.
The fact that it's as simple as Google Watch Show,
Mm-hmm.
and people just don't want to do that even. They'd rather just go on TikTok and see clips of it.
We're doomed as a species.
Yeah, AI is gonna take over. You see those AI Stable Diffusion?
Dude, have you seen some of this AI artwork?
I posted some
mean,
more.
We
The
we
AI
just-
artwork is weird to me.
Are you well?
Like
you
I
might
saw
still
that,
think
like
this
I
is
saw when
weird.
everybody was doing it on Twitter, and I was like, this looks
Check out some of the ones I
kind of
found.
downsy.
Hold on.
Yeah, check out
So
some of the ones I found. I found some
it,
good ones.
it was downsy. Now I
But
will. I
none
will
of that
say-
stuff better be AI on DeviantArt. I don't want you bringing that up.
There's some cleavage.
I have some ones that are explicitly not cleavage. No cleavage anywhere. It's like
You have a new one post? Well, but it's still a belly.
it's not cleavage. Unless you want to count the butt.
I think it's a gym outfit. So this is AI generated. This is not drawn by a human. We're doomed. The computers
on
are
with her arms?
already
It's AI generated.
We've got AI generated buff girls already. And
Oh, you
like
can make AI generated everything, like any
Serrano's
type of
is-
art you want. Actually, I've
he's
seen so
posting
much
all this
different
stuff.
type of stuff.
Cause like
I stop at stop signs when no one else is there.
I slow down at stop signs when no one else is there. I make sure to check. I don't blast through them. That would be dumb. You might hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Always slow it down a
That's
little
just
bit. but-
half-assing it. You either stop or you blow it, right? Just slowing down, it's like just half-assing it.
Yeah, blowing it sounds like how you end up in another dude's lap after you crashed into him. It's just like one of those comics. Is like how this happened, how these guys got this guy and woman got caught in the closet. He just like slips on banana peel out of the elevator down the stairs, runs into her who's on a cart, and they're sliding down, and then it crashed in this room.
Cali roll.
That's how
Yeah.
they got there.
No, I figure I'll slow down to a point at which I can see stuff coming and I can stop if there's, danger or reason to stop. But if I am there, it makes it annoying for the next person. Like we've all seen that asshole who it's like, it's your turn, bro, and he just won't go, and then you start to go, and then they start to go, and you're like, go! So as long as I can get out of that stop sign faster, I'm less annoying to anyone else in the area. That's what I
Just
see.
make sure you use your turn signal.
I do. What
That's the
else?
one that sets me off.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like
even if I know they're coming over, like you can just sense it. It's just like it's the polite thing to do. Excuse
Have
me,
you ever
I'm coming
done a
over.
delayed signal though?
Oh,
You're-
put
you're
the signal on
driving-
after they're in the thing.
You're
Yeah.
thinking about something else.
Yeah.
You're kind of like listing into that other lane. You're like, click. Yeah, I'm just getting over, just merging.
Yeah, we know about it. We know you are, asshole.
Oh man. Oh no, I
Just-
love.
Look, I believe in Southern manners about things, so that's my expectations on the road. So when I drive up to Philadelphia or someplace like that, I'm just constantly in a bad
I was gonna
mood.
say, does Virginia
Ballard,
like
they just-
outside of the DC metro have more of a still southern vibe?
Oh yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, you get. I mean, so you kind of get the whole spectrum because we've
Yeah, I'd
got
say
Virginia.
Atlantic Coast in general, like the Carolinas, Virginia, they got their own little thing going.
Yeah. So you've got the Eastern Shore, which is your very quiet, beachy community. There's a lot of fishing that goes along there, a lot of crabbing. Then you've got like the bigger beach scene, like Virginia Beach, that area, and then you move more inland, and you get more of the farming community and some antebellum style Southern look to it because there's a lot of stuff there that is, the Civil War era stuff. Like my house is on a Civil War battlefield. Well, we're really on a Union artillery line from where that kind of stuff. I mean, that's like we're in a lot of that historical part of things. And then you move further west and you're hitting the mountains, and so you're getting into coal country. I mean, you're getting a lot of different cultures across. And then there's Northern Virginia, and everybody in Virginia hates Northern Virginia because
It's not the same state anymore.
it really is not. I mean, it's North Virginia. They've got
Yeah.
so much. They've got so much of a different population because it's close to DC. It's basically just DC.
It's
sprawl.
just DC too.
So you got a lot of. It's kind of like Florida. It's not a whole lot of people or there's a lot of people in Florida who aren't from Florida. They just moved there to retire. It's the same thing with DC. People are in Virginia because they work in DC.
Yeah, because like it's exorbitant to actually live in DC, so they gotta live outside of it.
Well, I feel like the East Coast is just kind of like that. And I don't know if it's because of the way that the city's developed around like settlements, but when I've been to like Boston and that area, it feels like this is the city. Then there's not city, and then here's next city, and they're very like weirdly laid
It's
out.
definitely
to me.
not Midwest, not
'Cause-
at all.
Yeah, because over here it's like here's Issaquah, Bellevue, Seattle, and you're like, where did one stop in one end? You're like, well, it's technically 4th Street, but I mean, who cares? And you can't tell where one
It's
city
just
ends.
Seattle, really. It's
I
just
figured it
Seattle,
was
and then
worse.
you have Tacoma.
Yeah, I figured it would be bigger out there because the population density isn't as
It's
concentrated as it is on the East
very
Coast.
big. When I lived in Boise, obviously there's a difference between that and the country, out country Idaho.
I
Obviously,
imagine so.
obviously, but yeah, it's definitely apparent in Seattle, or not Seattle, Washington. As I say that, Washington and Oregon, a little bit more than California because of just how many big cities are in California. But that definitely
Well,
exists
yeah, I
on
believe
all the
that in
western
California.
states. Yeah, it
But
definitely
California is
exists.
also huge,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
'Cause
all those
California
cities
has
seem,
literally like 5
Mhm.
massive cities.
and they're
Oh, the
all
one
on the
that-
coast. But there's so much of California that isn't the coast.
Yeah, there's so much more because they have another bunch of massive cities that aren't there.
The one that drives me nuts is Arizona, because you've got like Phoenix, Gilbert, Scottsdale, Tempe, like all of these cities that are like, oh, we're different cities. And you're like, you guys are all neighborhoods. You're all just neighborhoods of Phoenix. Like you look at this
Everything
map
is
and they're like,
Phoenix
no, we're a
except
city.
for,
You're like, what? No, you're not.
what was the one that isn't in Phoenix actually?
The one that isn't in Phoenix,
There's
Flagstaff,
they have like one, yeah, they have one city that isn't Phoenix. Tucson.
Tucson. Yeah, because Tucson's
Yeah.
way down south.
Yeah, Tucson's like the city in Arizona that isn't Phoenix.
It's just weird. You're like, who laid this out? Who thought this was a good idea? Why did we have to separate here?
You know,
Yeah.
I have to ask why people even wanted to sell in Arizona in the first place. That's my question.
It's so hot there.
Albuquerque, I understand. Phoenix
it's a dry heat.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Like an oven is hot.
Yeah,
is dry.
exactly.
It's like the
Oh.
Get
people
out
that
of
got
the
kicked
shower,
out
you
of
don't
San
even need to
Diego,
towel
Los
off.
Angeles. People in San Diego, Los Angeles that got kicked out because they're criminals or something. It's like, where do we go from here?
Yeah,
Or
and
I guess
yeah,
we're not
Alex.
going anywhere else. I guess we're not going anywhere else. I guess that's where we're gonna be.
Yeah, Alex. The 2 dark blue counties of Virginia still kind of run the state. It all swung a little bit this past year because somebody decided that letting kids rape other kids in a bathroom is a bad idea, and
Yeah.
Oh
so
my god, that sounds no good.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad idea. I don't like it.
they did just it's like we know it's all that we know better than parents how to raise kids.
And they still want to push that. They still want to do that. It's still their still big agenda for them.
I have opinions.
I like to see some different stuff. I know my local politics. Even though I know the Democrats gonna win again because it's Oregon, it's surprisingly close.
Really?
Yeah.
We're never close.
No, the Republican actually has a lead because there's a third party. She was a Democrat before, but she's kind of independent now. She's still a Democrat, I assume. I don't think her positions are really that different. She's just more slightly less left leaning.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I try to convince everybody in Washington to vote for third party just to see if we can get whatever the percent is to get them some like federal.
Yeah, I don't think
funding or
she's even
whatever it is.
libertarian. She's just independent. I don't know if
Never
she
works.
has a party of It is surprising actually that the Republican is actually ahead in the polls right now. But that's also 20% going to the third party, so we have no idea how it's going to end up, basically. It's like 35, 34, 22 is like how it's split. So, yeah. It's in a really weird place right now. We're going to see something odd happening.
And this is Oregon you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Because
Huh.
the person who's third party, I believe it's Betsy Johnson. She was very well liked by Democrats in Oregon. So it's kind of just like a bit of a rift in the party, I believe.
If
I
you
don't know
want some
how-
help
I don't know
there,
how it'll go.
Serranos,
Yeah.
if you want some help, just send me a ballot and I'll make some photocopies up here. We'll pass them around.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
He'll send it back down to me, and we'll like.
Whoa, careful,
yeah.
might get YouTube losing
That's
their
true.
absolute minds.
Oh, it's okay. All of my streams are archived onto Rumble, so if I do lose this, then I'll just go over there
I
instead.
guess we're just going to Rumble then.
Yep, with everybody.
I guess
else.
I gotta. So does Restream plug into Rumble or does Rumble plug in the Restream pretty well? Because it doesn't on StreamYards.
The problem with Rumble right now is you would need 100 subs to be able to actually live stream to Rumble. So I cannot live stream to Rumble. But you go onto Rumble and you create your account and you say link a YouTube account and you sign in with your YouTube account and it copies all of your YouTube videos onto Rumble. So after the fact, all of your YouTube videos can be on Rumble, but not live streaming yet. Unless you pay for the account.
How long have you been on Rumble? Because I didn't used to have to do that. I stopped streaming to Rumble probably about 6 months ago because it was too much of a chore and I wasn't getting anything out of it.
I've never streamed to Rumble. I don't do anything on it. All I did was sign in and then say, hey, here's my account. And that would have been May of this year.
Okay. That was around the time because I think I stopped streaming to Rumble right around the time Nick came on the show.
Yeah.
Because it was just too much of a hassle.
Yeah, it's just like don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it's just you can stream if you pay for it, but I'm like I don't really want to pay for an account just to stream to a place when I have a place I can stream and we can chat and have a good time.
Well, until we get you banned on YouTube, then you'll reconsider.
Yeah, we'll do locals or Rumble or we'll do something. We'll have fun. Maybe I'll have the food trailer by then, and these assholes won't be telling me that things don't fit that they told me would fit.
Maybe they'll get your stuff to fit correctly when you fix their damn door.
It is the damn door. It's the door on the prep fridge. They're like, oh, it doesn't open. And I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't open? You told me that the fridge would fit here. They're like, yeah, but I can't open it all the way. And I'm like, I need it to open all the way.
This is what we've been talking about,
I'm
Blade.
warm now.
You need to get it fixed. You need to get it fixed, Blade. You're not going to get your rent.
I would have asked those guys if this is the first one they've ever built.
Apparently. Anyways, we're removing the grill. I was only going to use the grill for some chicken skewers. I've got another way I can cook those. So we're removing the grill so the door can open, and I'm going to get another fridge that'll go in that area that'll be able to open across from it. It is so
just get another house. Just say, well, I guess I just need to buy a new place.
It's a food trailer that I'm building so that I can serve people Japanese street food.
And they're going to go like, but you don't look Japanese.
Yes, I get that a lot. My favorite is being in Sapporo at the snow festival in Sapporo at their little tourist information thing and talking with them and being like, oh, what should we go see? What should we go do? And they're like, oh, do this. And we're like, oh, we did that yesterday. We did that yesterday. We did that, or we're doing that tomorrow. All this stuff. And they're like, oh, well, where have you been? And we're like, well, and we just start listing all the places. And they're like, oh, you've seen more Japan than Japanese people. And I'm like, yep. Yes, I have. I have driven from stem to stern on that island, all the way to the top, to the snow, all the way to the bottom, to the heat. I am the token Japanese friend in all of my friend groups.
So what's the cost of living like out there? I hear it's incredibly high.
It depends. So we were just talking about how cities are built and developed, right? Tokyo, in downtown Tokyo, is like living in New York. It is $2 million apartments, and that's your monthly rent. Like it's asinine how much it costs. Well, I guess that would be $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Sorry, that was yen. But you go 20 minutes outside of Tokyo, and you have just transported yourself from New York to the middle of Wisconsin. It is the countryside without having to go very far at all. And suddenly you can buy a whole damn 5-bedroom, 5,000 square foot house for $100,000 equivalent. It is stupidly cheap if you just don't live in the center of Tokyo, Kyoto, or Osaka. You step outside the cities a little bit and you're good to go. Plus, there's a lot of other smaller cities that are still really good food, still really good culture. You've got trains that can get you anywhere else in the country that you'd want to go. And the food is stupid cheap. Like an entire... you see online all the time the crazy expensive food, this fruit that costs a ton, this cut of meat that costs $1 billion, all this stuff. that's this idea of the first fruits that the Buddhists have that they stole, where it's like these are the first things we harvested, so these are going to be the most expensive, and most of those get bought for like rituals and stuff. Soon as they get past that, food is stupid cheap, dummy cheap.
There's so much farming out there.
There is so much stuff
much.
available.
Also, because Japan is small, there's so much farming going on. Transportation costs are not expensive.
Well, and they also, so in America, 90% of the food that we grow feeds the food that we eat, right? So we're talking like alfalfa and everything that else that goes to feed cows and
Cars.
chicken and everything, and
Yeah,
cars,
And ethanol. Ethanol
yeah,
subsidies.
all the corns. In Japan, it's closer to 99% of the food that they grow feeds the food that they eat, and they still have all this abundance of food that they can get to and enjoy.
Agriculture is amazing.
Agriculture. Well, it's too bad the farming anime sucks.
Yeah.
So-
There's so much they could have done with it.
Look, and I live in a very farming community oriented
Yep.
county. It's like one of the guys I go to church with, he's farming the field next to me because people rent out their extra property.
Mm-hmm.
They lease it out to farmers to use to grow things. It's kind of lucrative to just have
It's
something.
funny. I lived in Illinois for a couple of years actually when I was younger. It was out near the Springfield area, just like the capital. It was this little tiny town called Farmer City.
Just Farmer City.
That's literally the name of it. It was called Farmer City. I used to live in this college.
The area I live in, because it's not a city, it's not a town, it's just a postal area. Mechanicsville.
I mean, there's. Oh yeah, I was just looking at the map now. There's a town called Mechanicsburg.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of Mechanicsburgs and a lot of and a handful of Mechanicsvilles as well. So I mean, it's just like well.
All right. So
That's how I know more about cars than Blaine. 'Cause
Mhm.
that's where I live.
you lived in Mechanicsville, and that gave you an idea of how to do McStuff.
Oh, you know about cars? Name all of them.
Oh, you think you've been to Mechanicsville? Can you take apart an entire car and put it back together?
Can you
How-
build
how
a
ma-
car with your bare hands?
How many bolts are left over when you're done reassembling an engine?
Look, hey, look, that's the thing we learned about helicopters in the Army. Like the first thing they told us when we started turning wrenches on them was, I know some of you worked on cars before you got here. You don't have extra parts when you finish working on these helicopters. If you do, you will be redoing whatever job you were doing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We don't end with whatever came off of there is either replaced or it's going back on.
Yeah. If you're holding something, it better be the old one you had to throw away.
Yeah.
so
Otherwise,
this-
somebody's dying.
Yeah.
Mhm. Pretty
And they
much.
get one-
Millions
they
of
get one
dollars
shot
are
to come back
lost.
down.
Oh,
They get
look,
one
hey,
shot
look,
to come back down. So here's Tokyo.
you can do anything once.
This is the center of Tokyo here. And like right here in Minato, I just got this email about a building that the whole building is $3 million. It has 9 apartment units in it, and each apartment unit rents for $10,000. So that's your I live in New York in Tokyo area. Now, the
10,000
first
a
thing-
year?
10,000 a year, yeah. It does the 4% return on that. So yeah, that would be yearly.
I
The
feel like I
first
can
thing I would
afford
say
that.
is move way over here because Osaka is much friendlier, much nicer, much better city. And there are houses that I keep seeing in between these two areas here, in between Nara and Osaka, that are $50,000 American,
Literally
$100,000
to
American.
buy.
Literally
Yeah.
just to buy a house, not to rent it, not to like have to buy the land and then build it, just to buy and live in a house.
It's like 3 times cheaper than America.
Yeah. So your yen isn't as strong. You don't make as much money if you don't have something that earns you American dollars while you're living over there. But not too bad. The biggest issue with anything is that the local economy is going to be built around what the local economy makes. So even though it is cheap in that area, there's not a lot of jobs. People have to travel all the way into Osaka, all the way into Kyoto to actually do something. It's more that they don't make a lot than it is that it's a high cost of living or anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I know that they've been struggling for a long time with with their economy and everything. That it's just always
It's largely because they just aren't growing enough. It's birth rates. Everything
Yeah.
goes back to that. That goes back to our anime.
It's
Yeah.
birth rates, man. That's why they have an anime this season about sending two high schoolers into you go be a good married couple for this class and you'll get a good grade.
They have to do this for the entire year. This is their entire last year of high school, and this is like, if you don't pass this,
the semester is
flunk
9
out.
months long.
Yeah.
Oh, surprising. The doors have fingerprint locks on them.
Oh yeah, they're not supposed to get frisky either, which is the dumbest thing.
Maybe
At least they
that's
called
the
it
real
out.
reason there's no there's a birth rate issue. It's like no hands.
I know. Yeah, why don't you just actually pair people? Why don't you just actually let people get shacked up and do it for school? Do it for science. Do it for Nippon.
Do it for Japan. Aren't we? Aren't we?
Do
Yeah,
it
there we
for
are.
the
Jim and
Lord.
Nure. We're sending him with the turkey basters. Oh my goodness. There's something
All right,
wrong
guys. Well,
with-
it's close to 12:30.
Yeah,
I'm going
it's
to a
late.
seafood festival
Ooh.
tomorrow, and
You
because
better enjoy it and not die of
dude, all right,
allergies.
it's where it's my wife's hometown, and it's a
Nice.
it's like there's a lot of crabbing because it's a Chesapeake Bay. So Chesapeake Bay blue crabs, if you're on the East
Oh,
Coast at all, that's a big thing. Her uncle has a crab boat. He goes out there, but I don't go there necessarily for that. I go there for the scallops.
Mm.
That's where I live.
Oh, I
is
love
the
a bay
scallops.
scallop.
Actually, yeah, before you go, there is something I'd like to bring up. A really fun demo of a game I'm looking forward to, Dredge. I will link it in the chat here just so I can get access easily.
It's on
It's a
Steam.
little fishing game. It's not out yet. It's going to be coming out next year. I'll post this little here on the YouTube. Boop-a-doo. I enjoyed the demo. I like the aesthetic. The gameplay was fun. Very anticipating. It's a little fishing game.
There it is.
And you also shouldn't go out at night. It's dangerous to go alone.
It's dangerous.
Nice.
Take this. It's dangerous to go alone.
Cute.
I'll just Dredge
Yeah, DREDGE on Steam.
using the wrong keyboard.
Yeah, I posted a little link in the YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's got a little lighthouse in there. Yeah,
it's
no,
very
and this stuff,
smooth, yeah.
the seafood is so fresh, like it's coming off the boat that morning or
Yes.
the evening
Ah,
before.
best.
Like that's where it's at, and so it's something I look forward to every year.
I can understand why. That sounds great.
So, yeah, I gotta get at and then do this. And you got to know who's got the real fresh stuff because it's got the longer lines and everything. And then I'll get the deep fried everything that they have at festivals,
Of course.
like the Oreos. So,
Awesome.
oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I'll put that in my wish list queue.
Oh, let me see what my wish is let now. Oh, yes, 269.
In your Steam wish list?
Yeah, 269 games. I keep
my
track of
God.
a lot. I keep track of a lot of games that are upcoming. I don't buy most of them, of course. I don't plan to buy most of them. I just want to see how they're
Look
doing.
at them.
Yeah.
It's like a seal. I think I have,
There are
like,
a lot of games I do
SnowRunner or
plan on
something.
buying, but yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's just it pairs down. It's like at the very tip is the games you actually play, the games you buy, and the games on your wish list.
Yeah, there's like a good 30 games that's like, oh yeah, I'll probably buy that eventually that I have on there. And then there's like another 230 games I'm watching. Is like, will I? Well, I don't die.
Nice.
Who
I have
knows?
so many games in my Steam library, and all I play is Age of Empires 2 and Call of Company of Heroes.
All right. Well, you gonna plug a stream?
Yeah, I guess Flawed Man
do
of
it.
God. If anybody's looking for any type of Christian content or community, that's what we do pretty much every week. every weeknight, most weeknights at 8 Eastern time. We talk about different Christian topics. We go read throughs of the Bible, and it's very interactive. We have a pretty decent chat, very similar to what you've got. It feels a lot like a Wednesday night study group or a Sunday school or something like that. And always interested in getting more people involved. So it's something you're interested in, sharing your opinion or whatever. Come to Flawed Man of God on YouTube.
Link in the description.
I can because
No, I put the link.
oh, you put the link in the description. Because now it makes sense because you told me how to do it because I'm a boomer and I'm lazy, and so I haven't I don't have
I
the
can
most
just tag things now. Yep. Awesome.
professional things. Anyway, all of you guys been great hanging out with you guys. Thanks for the invite, Blaine, and chat's
I was
great.
talking to you.
Yeah. And so send me an invite whenever you need a normie opinion when it comes to anime. Or if you just want to go or just for the shock value. I wonder how Stuart would react to this.
Okay, so we got this new anime plot. This guy is living with his girlfriend that he broke up with, but now he's his stepsister, and then they start having a relationship again because it's
And
more
then they
illicit and
fuck.
sexy. That's a
But
real
isn't
one.
that
That's
something
real.
that happened it's always sunny in Philadelphia? Or no,
Probably.
I don't know
It was
about
2
that. No,
seasons
that was
ago
a
anime.
real. That was an anime I described from last season.
I know. I was trying to think of
Yeah.
that. I'm your sister. No, it was Joe Dirt.
Oh.
That part of Joe Dirt. Anyway. All right, guys. Have a good evening.
All right. We will catch you next time.
See you
Have a good one.
Later.
later.
So are you, Michael?
I hope Vosh goes off like really far off the deep end and starts experimenting with himself. So like he makes genetic monstrosities that like look human. So like that horse thing from earlier. I want him to accidentally make that real.
You want Vosh to make
His
that
pursuit of
real.
giant horse penis.
Yeah.
We lose the man with the collar, and suddenly we're talking about horse penis.
Wow,
Dude,
that
I've been
escalated
thinking about that
quickly.
all day.
Yeah.
He's been waiting to talk about this all day. It's all they're talking about up there. Bring it back to Always Sunny. Sharp as nails.
Oh no, the berserk horse. That's really what Vosh wants. He wants berserk to be done correctly. You wish you got a free helicopter ride from Pinochet?
Man, gotta say, rip Gaddafi.
What?
He was a real one. He just wanted to have his own oil-backed gold currency, and then they killed him.
Is that all he wanted? He just
No,
wanted
it was
oil
gold
back?
back. It was gold back currency.
Yeah, gold-backed oil currency.
Right. Yeah.
Gold-backed oil currency?
Once you start
Yeah.
doing that, America gets really upset because that you're only supposed to
That's
buy
their
oil in
gig.
American dollars.
Yeah, that's their gig.
Oh yeah.
I started up Gundam.
You started up Gundam? Oh, nice.
Was it Gundam time?
It might be Gundam time.
It might be
I
Gundam.
gotta
Damn
know,
gun
though.
time.
I gotta know the first pop. What is this?
Oh, that is the.
Oh,
Oh.
that looks like some
Brain fart.
discharge you got in there.
It's that's an actual eaves trough from the building that I used to work at. So over the years, it's had like lots of seagulls and pigeons and
Yeah.
all the dust floating in the air and everything. It just gets washed into those eaves troughs. So yeah, they were never cleaned for like 20 years.
Is that a hole you cut to get the clog out, or was this just a point where they had
No,
a
there was a
downspout?
there was a downspout there, and we pulled it out.
Oh,
See
I
there
see
at the bottom there. There's the connection.
That's so like you have done real shit that you post. You're like, look, here's an ocean of poop. We're trying to see
Yeah.
if we can float in it. And it's like, what? Your mom when
Nice.
I'm done.
It's
Oh,
just stuff I think people might find interesting, things I've experienced on my job. So, you know.
Oh, I find it interesting. I can promise you that. I saw that and then I was like, what is that? And you're like, oh, just something. And I'm like, no, what is it? Is it just mud? Is it poop? Is it because you're like, oh,
all of it.
this is a corkscrew that moves trash from point A to point B and causes it to break down into like a liquid mucus. And here's
Yep.
another vat of trash diarrhea. And it's just, oh my God.
Oh yeah, hey.
That is
we
just
wanna... I was gonna say, yeah, you go on there for a sec.
No, I was just gonna say that's just an outside eaves trough on a building. That's all it is. It just has a buildup of like all the dirt in the air and the stuff that the seagulls drop there and everything like that. So
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we want to share that one, just like one little short from that septic tank guy.
oh,
'Cause
the where he's
I thought you
testing
enjoyed that one, yeah.
Oh,
testing the life vest.
Or no, not that one. Just the one I shared with you on your server the other day.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
let's
see.
I should be able to pull it up here.
Yeah, because you're in there.
Yeah.
It's in the general.
Oh, that was a good one, Serranos.
Yeah,
Good
I was like,
job.
that was pretty funny. That's like, yeah, let's bring that one up on here. Show it to stream. Got it.
Yep.
Worst day of his life. We try to warn the guys about everything, and I missed one. Sorry. There's these things that I don't know what they are, but we call them septic flies. They're like little gnats that live in a tank. They look like mayflies or whatever.
Oh.
They seem to be seasonal, and I guess this was the first day for him. When you open up the tank, you could see one or two, you could see 1,000. He opened up a pretty bad tank, and there were thousands of them that flew at his face. That's not the best part. The best part is he was working so hard he was breathing through his mouth, which means his mouth was open. If the septic flies like septic tanks because it's moist and dark, they're gonna like your mouth too. A lot of flies went in his mouth. Having had this happen to me, I can tell you it's the worst taste you can imagine. And you can't really get them out of your mouth because they just squash and smear around there. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna gargle with like 91% alcohol and maybe quit, but that's my bad. Sorry. So I'm probably...
That's
That's my bad. Sorry.
horrifying.
Yeah. Sorry, new guy. You got a mouthful of flies.
Sorry, that's just kind of what happens. Sometimes we forget things.
Rule
Sorry.
1: keep your mouth shut.
Oh, if you see a drain fly, get on it ASAP, pouring the gel down every drain. What? This is a thing? Drain flies? Drain flies. And they fill your septic? Oh, these things look nasty.
Yeah.
They're not huge, but they're
No, of course not.
wide.
Yeah.
What a strange fly. Hold on, let me... They even have a nice comparison to other flies here. We have a fruit fly, we have a drain fly, and a fungus gnat. This is a fungi.
Hmm.
I had no idea. And they have like soft bristle looking. What the hell?
Imagine the feel of that too.
Hey.
It's very fuzzy. And it's probably covered in poop.
Yep.
The only time you'd ever wear a mask, probably a smart idea.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a smart idea. I might wear a mask a lot sooner than that though, personally.
Yeah, working a corporate food job. I had a person who's like doing manager training from like some other place. I was just like doing my basic stuff of telling people how I do things, like just making food and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like the fourth time I talked to her, she like pulled rank. And it was like, I've been a manager for years. I don't need you telling me every little thing. I can do my job. Yeah, she was
Wow.
an asshole. And the second day, she ended up walking out on the job. She
Like
ended
a
up walking out.
boss.
Yeah.
She ended up walking out because she said she was made to feel unwelcome and belittled.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
you are.
yeah, you've been doing that to me the whole time you've been here. I avoided talking on the second day. I avoided talking to her basically entirely because I was like,
Oh,
no, I'm not gonna deal with that. Like, you're an asshole.
that's hilarious.
Like,
worst I
probably the
had was-
worst, probably the worst person I ever worked with.
The worst I had was at Target. Doing the because the card attendant at Target is also the janitor.
Yeah.
And
Oof.
it like I think I've told the story about how I opened the door and I thought someone had like detonated an Easter bunny. It was just spray all over the corner.
Oh.
And it was like, oh my God, how does it leave your ass that fast that it hits the wall and sticks? That blows my mind. Like, the sickest I've ever been with like the worst like shits ever. I've never felt like I had the force to have it travel 2 feet over the bowl and slap into the wall and stick. Like, it's insane. I also learned that people from other countries don't know how toilet seats work, because where they're from, you stand and squat over the toilet. So they would climb up and break the toilet seats by standing on them. And you knew because you'd have shit-covered footprints from them slipping and falling in and then breaking the thing. And you'd have like click, 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 click. And you're just like, oh, are you kidding me? You've never seen a chair before? It's just a chair that has a hole in it. Why are you trying to climb on top of the toilet?
How do you
Yeah.
know they just weren't fat?
They might have been. Little column A, little column B.
They also had feet on their ass.
Happens all the time in Texas.
Uh,
All right. Are you ready to play with a real unicorn?
oh, you got the unicorn Gundam?
I'm
Gross.
a unicroner. That means I can
Gross.
heal you without even touching you.
You should have picked up the Exia. Come on now.
And I promised no seeds. You pick up the Exia. Closer
I
to the border.
think I
But
want
I would have thought that like
Marasai. I want the
Mexican people would
hooker.
know how toilets work. Because here it makes sense because all of our immigrants are extremely Asian. So it's a very, very large population of people that would have come from a classically Asian toilet, which to me is the little hole in the ground. A fat person would never mount a toilet and pop a squat. Yeah, no, a fat person.
No, I was
could
talking
not.
about they just broke it.
Ha.
No, there were footprints. That's the worst part. Because they break it, splash in, and then you get like, then you got to mop it up, and you're like, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Why
'cause
are you doing
it
this
can
to
fall
me?
inward. I gotta get like 5 kills. So I gotta like play as a Zabi or the GM, the sniper.
Zabi. I think my dailies are.
Serrano, so I had a hot take the other day. At least I think it is.
What
How
is it?
hot was
I think Fates has the best character designs of all the Fire Emblem games.
it? Oh,
Fates.
you tweeted this.
Fates has a some good character design. Yeah. It's just the revelation. Honestly, I mostly have a problem with the story.
Yeah, but I feel like the character designs are like really fucking good.
In terms of I wouldn't say specifically uniqueness, but in terms of memorability, absolutely, they have great character designs. It's not my favorite in the series, but it could be the best.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the best, honestly.
What makes the designs better than the other
I
FE
prefer the
games?
style of older games mainly, but the fact
They're
is
all
that you can
extremely-
make out all the characters very easily from the trailer. You will not get any of them
Mhm.
confused based on how they look.
Every portrait is completely unique, and like you could just see the silhouette of it and know the character. Every
I could show you just like this
every
random
outfit is
ninja
like
girl, and you would be able to say like, "Oh yeah, I know her." Like if you
yeah,
see her
you could show
before.
me anything
Baruka.
from that
You
game,
could-
and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know
yeah.
that character.
I show you Baruka, I show you Rinka, I show you Camilla, any of them. Hinoka even, honestly. She has one of the more plain designs, but you'd still be able to find her out among all the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Obviously, Corn's design's kind of stupid, but it's lovable
I'm
enough.
sorry, did you disrespect Hinoka?
So she had one of the more plain designs, yeah. It's not bad,
Well, I mean,
it is. I think
Her
Corn's
and
design
Sakura
is
both
stupid.
really.
Yeah, both of them. It's somewhat intentional, but yeah.
Yeah. I feel like well, she's definitely outshined by Setsuna in like uniqueness of design.
Oh yeah, sure, because Setsuna has a good design.
Yeah. As much as
That
like
just
she
happens.
sucks. But like,
There's a Barbados right next to you.
Oh, got him.
Guanum. Get it?
if you're gonna make Birthright the grinding route, I get why you would have all the characters like really underleveled, but could you just have had them on level when they join, please?
Yeah. In terms of like gameplay specifics, Conquest is really good. Conquest is really good. I
Yeah,
loved
Conquest is
playing
good.
Conquest. It's one of the best games of the series. Definitely. It's so well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
You remember being an office aide for the nurse your senior year of high
Actually
school?
started
Thank
with
God they had
Conquest.
their own restroom.
Also, yeah, I just recommend people like Conquest, period. It's just really good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can you
Are
think
you
of a
guys
better
getting any
dancer
better?
design than Ozra's? Oh, what were we saying, Pop?
I love
I was
Oscar's design.
just wondering if you guys are getting any better at this.
I'm feeling better. It's
He
definitely
got
one of
enough
those
money
things
to buy a better character.
where
And I'm not
like,
even playing it that seriously, but yeah. It's fine.
I feel like a lot of it is down to, just getting a solid team together. Because like Serrano's can carry, and like a lot of days I do pretty good. But then all of a sudden you'll just get an entire team that doesn't know how to go forward and like shoot their guns.
Also,
Or
I'm just like, it's hard for me to do very much because of the map design on the sniper. I'm not like a big fan of it, but it's okay.
the bigger issue I've had has been the freaking servers have turned into
Oh, yeah,
slideshows.
They're some
Lately.
bad servers.
They are not sticking together very well.
Too much lag is what you're saying?
Yeah, the
like,
desync,
but it's a
not good.
weird kind of lag where it's just like all of a sudden people aren't around me, or literally the entire game just looks like a slideshow, like someone's running a PowerPoint
Oh.
presentation.
Damn.
That's been the biggest issue.
And who's running these servers?
I don't know. Small Japanese children on bicycles.
Well, do better. Small
Pedal
Japanese
faster,
children.
Small children.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
put
we
it
stopped
down.
his G maneuver.
I at least killed him. I don't know if that stops
Yeah,
it.
I think the
but
gun tank used his G maneuver.
I saw him in 2 pieces. His head was on the ground. Pedal faster. Make ancestors proud.
Oh, you dishonor.
Like that. He did the downward thrust, but then was suddenly like yards ahead.
Yeah, where's your backup? You need to you guys need to move more as a group.
Oh, I forget he's invincible when he rushes.
Yeah, he doesn't take damage from the front.
Oh, I'll get him from the back. Got a pretty robot butt.
I'll switch Artemis to Zabi now that we're closer in.
You go to Sazabi for this?
Yeah, because I have it from a mission. It's fun to just like switch it up,
Oh. Don't shout. He's literally right next to you, bro. He's like, heal me, and it's like I can't. I can't heal you because if I heal you, he will just whack me. Oof, like that. Then I blowed up. We need a fly behind. Someone. Oh, there is someone who made it to the back. There we go.
I was doing well, but then I got punched.
Ah.
How do you feel about the child units in Fates? Because I feel like their designs drop off significantly
Oh yeah.
from the main
Yep.
cast.
The main cast is a lot better generally. There's some good ones, but it's like there's so many reskins from Awakening too. It's gross.
Yeah, it's not good. Even if you have some bullshit reason for the first three, like
Oh, I can
everyone
literally
that's a
just
child
fly
unit.
by jumping to somebody like that.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Barbados almost down.
You should have tried to save top half Ferret, I think.
I wonder if my passive heal also does a repair. What? Hey, activated G maneuver. Watch out! You're gonna find something to eat? All right, Dragon Moose, you go enjoy hunting for food.
I'm glad you got at least one guy up. Like we already got both downed.
That guy should not be allowed to fly up. That's asinine. If someone can fly up and survive, that's ridiculous. All right, time to touch this point.
Once I get healed up, I can go and use my G maneuver.
Dang it. I got him low. Got him low with my G maneuver. But it was not low enough to survive. It hasn't died yet. I've died lots of times. You're just not looking right. I'm just getting
Oh,
much
there's a guy
better.
behind me.
I've got the glowing bits. 3 of us have glowing bits too.
We got on point. I'm ready to use my G maneuver there.
Okay. Ooh. I could only touch it. I don't think that was enough to trigger the... Yeah, it wasn't soon enough.
I just didn't have enough health to use it earlier, so I couldn't really pop it there, but we weren't able to stay on the point at all.
It's alright. As defense, they're going to come to us. That's how it works. I just really like the Unicorn Gundam's design. I'm not a fan of the show, but at least the design is cool.
Which one is that from?
Gundam Unicorn.
How original.
A lot of people will call it UC Gundam for Unicorn Gundam. But that's not actually true because UC stands for Universal Century, which is where it takes place, but that's not what this Gundam is from.
It's Unicorn Gundam for Unicorn Gundam, and it's also in the Universal Century. But that's not why it's called Unicorn Gundam. It's not Universal Century. It's completely different.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't call it. If you call it UC Gundam, a lot of like Matt from Channel 66, he'll be like, "I like UC Gundam." I'm like, all of it? And he's like, "Yeah, I like the the white with the the horn opens up." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean Unicorn Gundam?" And he's like, "Yeah, UC." And I'm like, that's not what that means. He's a goober. What are you doing? What are you doing with that weird looking suit?
What do you mean, turn
Take
A
some
Gundam?
armor. Now you've got armor.
Is that like a very much a support Gundam?
Yep. Yeah, I'm passively healing everyone, and I can just give them armor. The only thing that sucks is the yes. Down, Vestus. Vestus with the rest of Vestus. I couldn't pick him up. Put him down. No, I got shot by a laser beam. I get confused as well when you reference UC Gundam 2.
Wait, how did that guy know I was there? That guy's actually
me-
paying attention to his teammates.
Love pointy horns on that. Oh no.
I think those guys are communicating because this Barbados knew exactly where I was.
Those talkers. You get confused as well when I reference UC Gundam. Wait, do you think UC Gundam is Gundam Unicorn?
What else would it be?
It's Universal Century. It's the name of the main timeline of the Gundam universe.
Why wouldn't it be called Main Century then?
No, it's called the Universal Century. I don't know why they
Why?
named it that, but that's what they called it.
Is Unicorn Gundam from Universal Century?
Also true.
Our
That's what
team might
makes
have
it-
just been worse this time.
Also, that's what also makes it annoying. Is because you can like the UC Gundam, but not the Universal Century, right? But the problem,
Makes sense.
what did this actually is that Unicorn Gundam came out on Netflix, and Netflix's like thumbnail for it just says UC, like a giant UC, and then the word Gundam in front of it. Rather than calling it Gundam Unicorn, it has this big UC in the image. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's UC Gundam," and it's like, I mean, it is, but now people are confused. Hey, I'm gold kills, baby. Didn't help.
Do you get pretty good on damage? I didn't really get a lot of damage because I played sniper a little bit too much.
A little too much snapping.
Yeah.
But at least inflicting damage is part of my dailies as unicorn. So
I got a decent kill ratio. That's about it.
nice. I have moved up to silver level 3 in the ranked matches. Because for some reason they do sub ranks in this Gundam. It all comes back
Oh,
to
per
Netflix.
Gundam?
Always Netflix. Yeah, so like in the silver rank, you start out at 4 and then you move to 3, 2, 1, and then you
Oh.
move into gold. So it's sort of this. I don't know how it'll work as far as like handing out prizes at the end of the season, but I was expecting it just to be like, oh, you're a few away from rank up, and I was like, I'm like a 900 away from gold still. But no, it was like, oh, here you get number 3 now. You're a little bit better. Nice little participation trophy, I'd say. Playing silver is better than most league players. I'd be curious actually to see some numbers on Gundam Evolution when it finally breaks down, because I know the new types, their like Grandmaster category only has 600 slots. So I'm interested to see what the actual distribution is that they're going for. Because a lot of times it's like gold, I think. Like low gold is usually your like, this is your midpoint. 50% of your players will be above this, 50% will be below this. All right, GM Gundo. Let's do this. Exit this door. Does everybody see? Exit with this door. Roger. Hey, a Haro ball. I love those things. You'll know the numbers
Okay,
now because you
so-
see the same named players.
The last volume of Monster Musume to come out was volume 16 in 2020. When do you
Right.
think the next one is going to
Ever.
come out? August 23 of August of the next year. This author pisses me off so much.
Wait, it's like planned that way? Wow,
Yeah,
that
no,
guy
I
just
just saw it on,
destroyed the Exia.
I just saw it on Amazon, the pre-order for it.
Where'd he go? Are you hunting him?
I just destroyed the gun tank. He got annihilated.
Dude, our Maharasi or whatever that one's called,
I actually probably want to buy that one.
that guy's kicking butt. Once you hit like level 17 in the
Yeah, you get 1,000.
yeah, and it's a free 1,000, which is nice.
Yeah. That guy just
Yeah.
kind of wasn't moving, and he was shooting my shield.
Was he not moving, or was he just
He
having some
wasn't
issues with
moving.
the
He just
old
kind of was standing there, and I was shooting
connectivity?
him in the face.
All right, time to shimmy up, boys. Let's roll on forward. Potential ladies, lady man, lady. Ooh, they're up on the second.
I got killed by the Zaku.
Oh no.
I didn't even see the
Axia.
Zaku in the entire place. We need to get back to A.
What? What do you mean we need to get back to A? I was almost at A.
I don't know. It looks like you're dead.
If we get new HXH, we can get new
Oh.
monster.
Yeah, I tried to dash away from him, but it said I didn't dash away, so I died.
Nice. All right, we
I think
got
Axia
it.
doesn't do shit to me though.
Oh, there's a Barbados. Got him. Put him down.
Oh, where did the Zaku come from? He just walked in and killed me.
Oh no, melee Zaku. Haha, I don't care how much
He
rage
almost
you build up.
gave him life, but you did kill
No,
him.
he gets rage. He doesn't get life. We figured it out, remember?
Well, I know he does that, but yeah.
He gets the juice to use like that one power more, but it doesn't matter when his health's almost dead and I can just pop him the second he comes out of invincibility. I figured
And
out.
he can pop it pretty quick. Oh, thank you. I didn't think oh, he's good. He did a good job. He actually tried to get me out. That's cool. Even if I die, it's like nice.
Oh. Here I was trying to run ahead. Oh no, he got Roadhog. Got a shill for Sentai's Dororo dub because it deserves it. That makes sense to me. I'll let you shill for Sentai's Dororo dub anytime.
Is it any good?
I like Dororo.
Peter, you gotta say if it's good or not. You can't just shill for it.
What? How did that not get him? I literally shield bashed him. He was already out of invincibility. I just walked through him and didn't do anything. What is that garbage?
Oh, you know. Got Assheim around the corner. Oh, I couldn't pick him up. Dang it. Why is everybody fighting around the corner here? Oh, Jeebles. Oh, Jeebles. I got stuck on some geometry.
Oh, we're going to A now.
A is close. I like that. And their whole team will be respawning. What? Why me? Why me? Poot Toot Poot is a pretty funny name. I know you died to them, but like, still pretty funny. All right, I'm gonna. What? Get out of here! Dang it! Use so much rage, I couldn't shoot him.
It seems like stuns are really good against my shield, so I guess I'll not use that anymore.
Ow. Ah! No! Johnny Fire, go! Both of the leads do a great job, totally rewatchable. You said the RG models were good for new builders. You're looking at Zaku. RG models, you have to build an internal skeleton. HG models are usually the best for new builders. Oh no, I went down. But I went down on base, so that's good. Oh
Tried to
no, the
get ya.
melee. He put me down before anyone could have helped.
I hate the melee Zaku.
Oh no, that didn't help.
No,
Yeah,
pretty
so the
close.
RG models are basically an MG, so like a master grade model with lots of details and everything. But they're smaller. So the only difference is really you build an internal skeleton and then you snap the armor onto the top. Whereas the entry grade are like the baby's first Gundam, and then the HGs, the high grade, are sort of the little bit more advanced. The RG is more advanced than that. The MG is more advanced than that. Then the perfect grade are the ones where you have to hand over your paycheck. And it's crazy because they go from like $10 model, $15 model, $20 model, then like the master grade, some of those are around 50 to 60 bucks, and then it's like, oh, here's the perfect grade, the PGs. That'll be $300, please. Like, oh, baby. That one guy that pops into the stream, he streams with the Strike Freedom Gundam behind him. It's like a $300 model, just chilling there.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm not one to talk. I mean, I'll throw down the money when I really want to, but that's pretty good.
Right. Yeah. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, Poot Toot Poot. I totally lost his eyes.
Oh dang! Why didn't I press my thing? Press my wrong button. I meant to use my like little grab thing because it's actually a good situation for it.
Yeah, that grab thing can be super annoying, that's for sure.
A little too finicky.
Oh, he bumped me.
Oh, how did I hit him?
No. Am I
I was
taller
trying to
than
kill
everyone?
his teammate off, but I accidentally hit him when he has his shield up.
Ordering tomorrow. Very exciting, Alex. I hope you you take some cool photos of it and throw them in the Discord. Or some average photos. I don't really care. I just want to see photos. Oh.
Oh, come on. I was so close to it, it just doesn't hit anyways. The grab is really bad. If they just walk away from you, you're gonna miss.
The Dororo manga has only one issue, and that's that it's from like 1947. So like the art style is very like distinct and very classic.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, why is everything charging up? Why they got so many melees? Why do they have the triple melee team?
And then the hooker.
I'm coming to you. Oh,
Who was talking about the Dororo manga? in the chat?
Fansite.
That's it.
Yeah. Jeez. You get hooked. It's a one and done combo.
Yeah, you die.
Wait, why do we have a sniper? Who the hell's
Who?
running sniper right now?
DM sniper, yeah. People that want to lose.
Yeah, Fansite, the show is great. The manga is very different from the show. So Just don't expect it to be a 1-for-1 thing when you end up breeding it.
I kind of hate the Barbados because he just flies around so much.
Well, and it's just their whole team is melee, so they're all very branchy aroundy, and
They have an Exia, Barbados, Zaku 2,
yeah,
Hook guy, and then they have a gun tank and a Dom, I guess.
that hook guy is a pain in the ass too, I guess.
Oh yeah, you missed your combo and then you died instantly. What a surprise.
At least I can take out a Dom.
Oh
Still.
yeah, you want to die, gun tank? Yeah, walk towards me.
What? How? He just
Hey,
pulled me
Aura.
through space time.
Do you think frame arm girls would be hard to build?
No, frame arm girls are pretty straightforward builds because
Gun
they are
tank doing?
mostly armor attachments. They are very fun. Ball and socket models, and you'll feel like a sweatshop worker in no time.
Hmm. I actually want to build a couple of them,
They're really
but I
fun.
think I'm going to start with like a really cheap Gardevoir Pokemon one.
Frame Arm Girls actually has an anime as well that's pretty fun. And then I think if you want to look into it, there's Mecha Musume, or it literally just means Mecha Girls. If you want to see like just a different take on that same bot. It really is just like a question of like who has the bot design that you like the best. Because they're all
Yeah.
using essentially the same build techniques. Come on! I feel like I actually got like a triple on that one, but still couldn't do it. Good call, Michael. Build that Gardevoir. Oh, now that Q. Dang it! Everybody's got their ding-dang doodlers on right now. Sweatshop worker assembling Warhammer 40k Titan walkers. No, I died right as they defeated us.
I feel
Late
like I
40s
played
is
good
like the
that
early
round.
days of manga. That's true. We're talking oh, what the heck is that guy's name?
Ted Kaczynski.
Tezuka?
Yeah, Tezuka. Yeah, like literally the Japanese version of Walt Disney. Ding Dang Doodler is the most Ned Flanders thing you've heard Blaine say. So the last YouTube channel I had, with me and my wife doing all the Japan travel stuff, we were like, we're not gonna swear because some kid may get on here to try to learn about a place he wants to go. But I just made up swear words all the time, so I just had the whole litany of various sounds that sounded like swear words but weren't. But now I've got a late night show where I talk about booby shows. So
Now you're
Booba.
free.
We like
I
the
figure
booba.
I've been freed. What would be? Let me see. Is a mecha? Because I feel like I saw one recently where I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And I didn't recognize it. Megami device, maybe. Megami device. No, this one doesn't look like it. This is pretty cool, though.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, Blaine.
It is a
Alrighty,
little bit late.
Little late.
we
So-
gonna Genie tomorrow.
You betcha. Some Shantae in the morning for all you early risers.
Link in the description if you aren't already subscribed to the Pop Culture Mechanic. I will like to be there. This one looks really. You should build this one, Michael.
The early
Alrighty.
morning
I
grinders.
saw that one on Amazon. It's
$130.
yeah, it's a
That's
little
cheap.
bit. That's kind of a lot, actually.
This is entry level.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheap, man. That's easy.
Ah. Oh, well.
Anyway,
Have a good night,
Alrighty,
guys.
Pop, you have a good
Later.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember what other Gundams I need to use for my dailies. It's always Grandpa, isn't it? Maybe I'll do Barbados. Back on the quarry. What's the quarry map? I forget what that one is. The Dami device. All right, Blaine, I see what you're into.
Oh, wait, we actually
Megami
have the weird
device.
Mahiru guy on our team.
Oh yeah, the grenade launcher. He's the Junkrat. Oh, I know this map now. Fansite says like Astro Boy. Yes. Similar to Astro Boy, where you have that very rounded style from the 50s.
A little bit less violent.
Yeah, Astro Boy not nearly.
I
as
was talking
violent.
about
well, some of the
Dorohedoro.
manga is.
As the manga a little bit
Wait,
less
hold on.
so.
No, Tezuka did Astro Boy as well. Yeah. Tezuka did Astro Boy and Dororo. He's an all-around good guy. I don't know why I did that. I just kind of wanted to see if I could get past everybody. You have to remember, Michael's a college student. Anything is expensive to them. I remember those days. That is true. Except for the other kids that are in your class, when you go to class and some prick rolls in a fucking like a GT3 Porsche, and you're like, how, why?
Daddy's got a big credit
Who would
card.
trust you? Who would trust you with this car?
Right, Daddy's got a big credit card. He doesn't even care about losing that kind of money.
No, Daddy has a plantation in China that he can, that he makes all of his money from having sold. Oh, put that gun tank down. Thank you, Cadus. Watch out, snipers on the roof. Astro Boy is the OG manga IIRC. Yes, I believe there is it's one of those things. It's like, oh, what was the first comic book? And it's like not quite Detective Comics. It's actually, something else that's basically Detective Comics. All right, use the waypoint. Oh, dang it, they got it back. But yeah, basically Astro Boy is like the original comic book or manga. Nicolas Cage was the doctor in the 2009 Astro Boy movie. What? College of $500 books for 2 chapters. Watch out for the G maneuvers. On the bright side, COVID's made the books cheaper by having you buy them directly from the internet. I
Yeah.
always, I think I bought my first quarter of books, and then I just always downloaded a PDF of the last edition, because there was never a big enough change from last edition to edition that we needed for the class for there to be any real issue.
The issue now is that all the books are online and linked directly to coursework, so you have to rent them alongside the course.
Oh, so you pay like a fee or whatever to access the books?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty annoying. You end up spending
frustrating.
like an extra 150 per class.
Like, why is that just not already loaded into the price of class, right?
You
They hate
know,
you.
I wish I knew. The most expensive one I've ever had is for a professor that makes us buy.
Wrote his own book.
Yeah, exactly. Wrote his own book.
Yeah, those guys. I mean, I guess it's a good grift, but
I mean, it's a
Hmm.
really good grift. He lives in Hawaii. I've never seen him.
Yeah, must
Fin
be.
Aid paid for. Fin Aid paid for fan sites, which means now we're paying for fan sites books.
I actually have the first draft for a really big essay due for his class next week. And what is it?
Hey,
He like
Barbados.
he basically was just like, look, if you guys like, if I'm only able to review like 10 essays a day, so like I'm not gonna have a set due date. But if I run out of essays to grade, then within 24 hours they all need to be turned in. If that makes any sense.
Flying.
I may like my respawn's so delayed.
No, I died. Here, I thought I would sneak around and get something. If he lives in Hawaii, you can definitely afford living out there. Yeah, we don't even have the. Jeez, that was a spanking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes you're worse than the enemy is.
I found a Mecha Girl model kit I really want, but it's pink hair.
Link it. You can always airbrush it or use a marker.
I actually really like the design and color scheme though.
Throw it in the private chat or something. I'll
Yeah,
pull it up.
I'll look it up and find it. Oh, I'm able to do that with the private chat. Shit.
What?
I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to put it in the Discord, and then I'll have to go on my phone and look
Oh.
it up. And nope, I can just copy the link and post it there.
Let me make sure this is appropriate. All right, cool. Hello, sign in. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not. Boom. That's a fun color scheme.
Look
I
at
think
the
you could do the hair in like a yellow or a gold
I like the
and still
second
pull it
image
off.
where like there's no stomach.
There's no
It's just like,
midsection.
yeah.
This funky robo spine.
Yep.
That's goofy.
Exactly. That's why I like it.
You want to get a louder snack, maybe?
I can't hear it.
Oh, you guys can't hear that? Oh, that was
I
ridiculous.
heard her going nom nom.
Yeah.
Oh. No, it was like it's just like a wrapper for a protein bar that took like 10 hours to open.
Best pink girl. I'm trying to remember. Because I was just thinking about this the other day. There's exactly one pink haired girl I like
02.
in anime.
Is it Chica?
No. Not Chica, not
Really?
Shikamori.
And they lost the waypoint.
I couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, there's not much to do there. You heard a woman, let her go, Blaine. She hasn't seen her family in years. She sees her family every day. That's how family works. Was there a best pink girl discussion?
Michael hates all equally. Except
I
for
do
one.
hate all of them except for one, but I can't remember who they are right now.
Oof. Best pink hair is definitely not Sakura. Oh, you don't like women that can rip my schlong off from my hand.
Honestly, it might have been from a video game. If I can't like find the show.
None in a show?
Bochi on the Rock. But Bochi the Rock, she's been fun so far. And she has pink hair.
That is true. She is basically Watamote, though.
Watamote is too cringe for me to watch.
Or Hitori Bochi. I think we just haven't seen her in enough situations. I feel like I'm going to cringe out of this one, just based on a couple of her interactions, but we'll see.
I really like Hitori Bachi. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Good, just like this candy I'm sucking on.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Num 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 num.
Lamba lamba lamba. Gregor Bonin, Nightmare King, Disassociated. Hey, we're playing with Kitty Bear and Super Other.
Oh, I remember it now. It's Perona from One Piece.
Oh.
She's great.
Of course, it's One Piece.
Dude.
Gundari.
She's actually awesome, though.
I know. I know you believe that. I'm just more shocked that there's not another one. I think it's less like, oh, this person is actually like a favorite character of yours, and more just that you say there's not a single other one.
No, I really like this one character, and every other one's utter trash.
Where is everybody? Can we group up?
Where are we grouping up?
I don't know. They're over here, I guess. There's like a strange... Considering that their like altar base is on the other side, why are we grouping up here?
I don't
know. Gregor Bonin wants to hang out on this corner, so I guess we will. Fanside, do you know what the hell these guys are talking about? Hitori? You have to Google that name? Hitori Bochi?
It's just Bochi. What are you talking about? Her name's Bochi.
Well, no. Hitori Bochi is the other one. Because there's three, right? There's Watamote, then there was Hitori Bochi, and then now we have Bochi the Rock. Sort of a triplicate.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the Hitori Bochi is.
Hitori Bochi is picture Watamote, but her hair is clean.
What? That means nothing. What? Like...
What do you mean that means nothing?
I'm
how,
just gonna look him
Watamote's
up.
got the black hair that's like all over the place? Picture it not all over the place. Just brown. She's got hair like Shy Lily's real life personhood.
Oh. What show is this?
Hitori Bochi.
Hitori Bochi.
It's literally the show. That's the show.
Okay, I've never heard of this, but I feel like I've seen it. I've seen the character
great,
once.
but you basically have.
She wants to make 100
one
friends.
Of those, yeah, it's one of those like I'm too awkward to talk to humans, but now I'm going to learn to make a friend.
It's a less fun Comey can't communicate.
That's what you say.
Yeah, isn't that what they all are?
Pretty much.
You think Comey sounds good.
No, but my roommate loves it. I enjoyed it, but my roommate really likes it.
Speaking of Shy Lily, did you hear she cut her hair recently? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it blew up on Twitter.
Because you can see, you got the brown hair. You got it all cut.
Nice.
We talk about anime this, anime that. Sounds like Imperial gobbledygook.
She should pickle the hair that she cut off and sell it.
Oh, she could make so much money.
Just a small lock of her hair. Save so many African children.
Which would make more money? Which would make more money? Mailing individual locks or pickling one big mass and selling it to one person.
Does one man need all that power?
No, but I mean, does one man need any of that? I would say no.
Dude, Alex is literally me. What are we doing?
What? Oh, no, don't taint him. He's still fresh.
Dude, just like, wait a minute. This character, they all have pink hair. It's all connecting. It's like you never think that like
No.
pink hairs are bad until you like actually sit down and look at all of them and you're just like, they all suck.
Oh, dang, I couldn't run away.
In the exact inverse of that, though, I think all green hairs are good except exactly one.
She said she's donating the hair. Well, she better. I mean, it looked like she had a good amount of hair to cut and only cut like a little bit of it. Oh. Mani, have you seen pumpkin scissors? No, I have not seen pumpkin scissors. Are they scissors to carve your pumpkin with? Because that would be cool.
That'd be kind of weird. How would you do that?
Some strong ass scissor. Oh, my teammate's performance exceptional. That must be
I
you.
don't think that's me right now. I mean, I'm doing well right now. I don't think it's me. I'm just
Oh, I
doing
got
my
the
stuff,
waypoint
just
again.
sitting around, not dying.
I'm not doing that. That second part I haven't been doing. I neutralized the area. And I blew them up.
I haven't even used my ult because I haven't needed to use it at all.
I haven't either, but I might in this last little bit here.
Blaine, it's
Are they coming
15
from the top
seconds. You
side?
won't need it. Oh, I guess you're using it.
I killed that guy before you got us. That's what the G maneuver does. Lots of damage.
That was skeet shooting 101.
You gotta love that, don't you? This guy's just coming at you, just.
Oh, that was perfect.
I had a good first round. I didn't die. I don't think. Maybe I died once. 12 KD.
You haven't watched enough anime? You haven't watched enough anime to notice the pink-haired tendencies. You see all anime characters as filthy non-Americans. Don't Japanese people see anime characters as white Americans, though? Isn't that the funny part? I forget.
It's like a
I was,
mismatch between white and Asian, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the MC describes their unit in the manga and anime.
Yeah, I'm 18-0 right now in kill death.
I am 10-3. Woo! With one G maneuver kill. That's the only one I need.
What does your G maneuver do?
It's a giant cannon. It
oh yeah, that's
this
the one that shows the
giant
laser. It
thing.
shows the laser, yeah.
Yeah, it's this big red crazy tube of death.
I feel like it's way too easy to defend both points on this map.
Yeah. I think it's that they're so open. So like when you're trying to plant them, there's not really a well hidden one. They're you can see the one, and then you take 2 steps, and you can see the other one.
I think you can't
so
go for B. I don't think that makes any sense. I don't think you can set up a good kill box around B. I think Fantastic take A.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about each of their quintuplets? Like, which one's your favorite?
I didn't watch quintuplets all the way through.
Miku.
Good.
I like Miku.
I just love I mean it's between I mean obviously this is gonna sound bad because I forget the names. The one that really likes the ancient Japan stuff I like.
Mm-hmm. It's between that one and who?
Because they like the angry one that's kind of a beezy.
You broke it. Okay, come on. You chose the ones with pink hair. You did a bad.
Don't they all have red hair?
No, two of them don't.
Obi-Wan.
One has
Wait,
like
really?
maroon hair, and the other one has orange.
I thought the whole point was that like in manga they all have the same colored hair and it's that reddish pinkish hair.
No.
I do like Yotsuba.
Yotsuba's
No, not
great.
Yotsuba. Who's the one that eats all the time?
Itsuki.
Itsuki. That makes sense because she eats.
True.
I might have got most damage. We'll see. Oh, I got silver damage. I
Yeah.
got gold kills, apparently. So it's probably pretty close between me and the other dude. Either we should have
I got
swapped.
nothing.
I don't know why it just like randomly decides like the victory stuff. It should have just swapped them. He probably got more damage. And I did get more kills. So I could have swapped them quite easily. So that's
Fine.
gonna boost my KD.
What's your KD?
I had a 21 and 0.
Oh, I'm 1.65. But I have a 37% win rate now. I have definitely improved there.
Yeah, my
can't
KD overall
see
is
your
2.6, which is
Interesting.
pretty good. I like that.
Let's see. Unicorn's got a 2.5, so obviously I'm doing better than average with my unicorn. All right, let's do some ranked. Let's get a ranked match in here.
You get it.
I think it's Twitter weirdos that interpret anime characters as white says more about them than the Japanese. No, there was like a what's his name? Noro in Japan or something like that. One of these weird little Japanese vlog channels that will just go ask people on the street questions, and he's just going around Tokyo asking people what race are certain lead characters, and Japanese people are saying, "Oh, I think he's American," or "I think he's white," or whatever it is. Very, very funny. Even though they're
Yeah.
like literally in a Japanese school.
I've heard that before,
But
and
I could understand Twitter having a similar mentality, but I think Twitter would want to make them all Asian.
no, Twitter wants them all black.
Oh yeah, just like
That's only
Shaggy.
the gingers.
Oh, was Shaggy a ginger?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, he was blonde.
What? He was?
Was he blonde or was it orange?
He was blonde. Shaggy's been blonde.
Okay. Because I know Fred's blonde.
Shaggy's like a rough blonde.
I guess
He's
sure.
a rough blonde.
Like,
He's
you
seen
know,
a bit.
brown hair on the beach kind of turns blonde after a while.
And he's always on the beach because he's a surfer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of blonde.
What should do
Multiverses,
Zaki?
his hair is
Win
like
7
straight up brown. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not either or. It is straight up brown.
Shaggy was a dirty blonde at best.
That's fair. I know a lot of authors will come out and say what like race their characters are. Like I
Isn't
think it
it
was
pretty
even
Yeah,
like
it's usually done with a pen.
Isn't it usually really
True.
apparent?
It is. I guess the Bleach author didn't outright state it, but like they just like it was just part of his character.
Who?
Like
Ichigo,
Chad
Chad,
being
like they're
Mexican.
you know what countries they're from and their parents are from.
Obviously, Ichigo is Japanese.
No, he's
Yeah.
half.
He's half. Oh well, okay, that's fair. That's fair
He's a
enough. I was gonna
halfie.
say.
Yeah, he's bullied because he's half. That's the whole thing.
Well, I never did anything Bleach.
Fair
read
enough.
hair.
He
I read a hair of it.
clearly looks more Japanese, so that kind of
then
makes
you have,
sense
like,
him being
Chad.
mixed.
With his super moves like the Diablo punch, and it's like, oh, I wonder where this guy's from.
Mexico?
Giant brown dude with Diablo in like half his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Mexican.
Yeah. Chad's great.
Which is always funny because that's actually how like Japanese people in Japan react to people who aren't Japanese. They're just like, whoa. Doesn't matter what the other person is. They're always just like, whoa, because everyone's Japanese in Japan. It's crazy.
Oh,
Oh, so desu ne.
so this.
Quincy's not a race fan site. You can't be saying that.
Is it not?
It's not.
Oh.
I'm 90% sure it isn't. So like,
Ooh, this is a. I had a decent fight on this map the other day. Diablo arm, you love the Diablo arm VA.
I love.
I like that he's got like a
PMMs.
punch and a shield now. I think that's the funniest thing. It's like I got shield arm and punching arm. It's not a short sword and shield.
Now that would be too normal for Bleach.
And he's got the muerte punch. It was really fun. That was a good episode. What are you looking at? Don't look at me.
I don't even want people
I
to
know
look
I'm
at you.
cool in gold.
Oh, you bought
Everybody's
that?
staring.
Oh, okay, I see.
I didn't buy anything.
Yeah,
I literally earned this in a box.
okay. I
Yep,
looked it up and
okay.
And all
Quincy
these
is a
guys
race.
are staring at me.
I believe you, Blaine.
You-
You didn't pay for that.
You were here when I won it in one of those capsules.
No, I wasn't.
All right, fine. I'll go back in the VODs and I'll pull it up. And I'll make a short so you can see it in like 20 seconds. He's half
I
Mexican,
don't
Japanese.
remember. I don't remember you mentioning this. Do you remember this, Michael?
I had to.
Michael, do you
because I
remember
haven't
this?
put-
Do you remember him mentioning this? That he got. Oh, I got the gold one. Ah,
I don't
ah.
have any dollars
no,
in this game.
I don't.
It's because it's a Zaku. I was like, oh, I'll never use that. Because
Actually, I do remember that. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
I
Wow,
remember
these
him
guys are
saying,
going
"I'll never
far
use it
back.
because it's Zaku." But yeah, I remember that.
That could have been anything, though, if you think about it.
True.
Imagine you
Oh,
didn't
wow,
even
y'all
do this
are,
on a stream,
rocking
but
'em.
you just thought you did.
There's all kinds of stuff where I'm like, oh, I swear I did this, but it was like, I don't know, just me like playing on my own one day and not actually on stream because I don't know, I've gone crazy and now I start talking while I'm playing games, even if I'm not streaming. I'm like, well, I guess I should just be streaming this anyway.
Alex, didn't Diablo have a fight during the Soul Society arc? Or was it cut off midway? I don't remember.
Oh, that guy is so dead. I don't remember, but in Blaine's defense, I barely remember anything he says while streaming. Yeah, basically. What I was thinking. I did find out that this map is like way easy to zip around and get up to B. Like if we weren't already dominant here. There's
It's really
just
easy to
this
just get there, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, let me just walk around backwards.
Fire defend. It's definitely better than the other map.
Oh, would you both get off me? Oh, I should have used my invincibility button. That would have been smart. Oh, you couldn't use the throw. He
No.
get you with the right click.
Got halfway there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we got more than the quarter.
I think this map is just better than the other one. It's a little bit quarter heavy, but the thing is you can go the other directions too. Oh, that guy doesn't know his. Oh, okay. This guy's playing gun tank and he doesn't even know his ultimate does. He just used
No, he
ultimate
just
in a
opened
door
it
and died.
right into the meat grinder.
Aku used his ult and killed me.
Oh, geez. There were 3 of them all of a sudden out of nowhere. Except the high-pitched screaming. Oh, no. He was trying to learn his arm during Soul Society. Yeah, I remember he was trying to learn one arm, and then it was after Soul Society that he got another arm.
Yeah.
And I still don't... I need to look it up. I don't remember if the arm is like a thing.
No, it's not special. It's like his unique thing. It's not linked to any of the tribes or races.
But it's like, where does it come from? He just has chupacabra powers because he happens to be half Mexican? Like, I don't get it.
I think the official explanation is that, like, the spiritual pressure in Karakura town kind of like
Don't know I like
influenced
me.
him.
Gotcha.
Like just being around
It
Ichigo influenced his friends like to develop their own unique shit.
yeah, because then you also have hair barrettes, which has always been a weird one.
You talking about Orihime?
Yeah,
Yeah,
her power is literally like Claire's. Like that's
her power's like really bullshit.
it's like I make a shield and I heal stuff because I reject its existence or something.
No, no,
I
no.
get
Her
that.
healing is reversing time.
Oh, that's what it is.
That seems pretty powerful.
That makes more sense.
It's stupidly powerful.
What if she uses it for too long and makes someone into a lolly? We end up with a Conan situation.
Well, I guess they're just gonna be illegal to put on TV.
Yeah, I
It's bad
guess.
for them. They don't get to be in any more episodes. Being worse than dying, because you can't be in flashbacks either, because then your old self is also returned to a lolly.
This is the hardest
how it
section of
works.
this map, I think. This, because there's like just this little tiny corridor to get through, but if you can get through it fast enough and push up to the next little waypoint, then like you win. But like if they hold you outside of this little box, it's, as far as I know, this is the only way in. So it's like a real ass choke. Okay, I'm following Salty. He's got the fire pants on. He looks like Urza from Fairy Tail. Don't shoot that guy. Oop. Oh. Yes, the double heal. We're coming back. Drop down. Go for the lower one.
I'm following you. Got him. Ah!
You shoot his grenade.
Yeah, I got him though. Ah, that feels good.
All right. This is the way
This is
easier
it.
one.
This is it.
Oh no, I got shot in the butt.
Yeah, we're doing good right now. We do need to get at least one more plant there.
Her hair things are so cute. The stream, not bleach. Her best outfit was the gray one.
Oh, that got me.
What his like throw the spike ball got you?
Yeah. Is it you dodged? And I like just walked into where you were.
Nice. The male one always yells and hits her.
Oh, great. I love that. I really love when the Zakutu melee presses his button and everybody in front of him dies.
That is my favorite part as well. Jeez, a little. Ow! I got pegged with that one. That one hurt me. I turned and it got me right in the booty.
I just
Oh, that was a
realized
good
I
ult. We can go
muted.
on B-side,
This is
B-side.
so sad.
Ooh, I should have used my invincibility to get there. Male one always yells and hits. Are we talking about? Oh, he's using his axe to like fly up to the second story. That's a genius Sazabi maneuver. He just throws the axe up to the second floor and then launches at it.
Yeah.
Get him. Watch out for the melee man. Oh, baby. Ooh, they're all there. Nope.
Yeah, they got it. They got it.
Oh, come on, buddy. No.
They got a decently good percentage.
We did. The Dom was trying to use his ult, but it's not powerful enough. He's got to like keep hitting and coming back around.
Yeah.
Blaine got lost. When did I get lost? I knew where I was. I just was in the wrong spot. All right, let's use this Zaku ranged, all golded up, and actually, oh, Mike left and came back. Welcome back.
I have to leave every time my earbud dies because then it doesn't want to work when I come back.
Well, that's great. Come on, Restream. I'm gonna stop paying for you. I'm gonna switch over to Melon. Melon.
How much you pay for Restream?
And it's like $15 or $10 a month or something like that.
Yeah, it's not too crazy.
I just hate watermarks. Like there is a
I
free
mean,
version or whatever.
it'd be more reasonable if he was making money off streams.
True. That would make more sense. I've made $5, but it doesn't cover my costs.
True.
I'm just having fun here. Besides,
Earlier I was muted, but Alex, you said something about a gray outfit. Are you talking about Orihime's slave outfit?
I bet he is.
Because I can't think of a different one he'd be talking about, but that one's kind of more white than anything.
Wow, it's really hard to shoot from this far away.
The answer is yes.
Oh.
Honestly, that is a good outfit, but I kind of like her more in like the sweatpants outfit she usually is in.
Dang it. Come on, Serranos, this is all you. You
I'm
and
not
Hobbs
holding that.
attacking King Tacos. The sweatpants? What arc was the sweatpants in?
Whenever she's in the human world.
Oh.
Should I just post really low quality images of it in Discord?
Yeah, do that. That'd be funnier. What? How me? How did a Zaku firing at 2 other people in front of me hit me? King Tacos, is that the leader of Ina's fan base? Probably. Like King Taco, like a taco meaning octopus in Japanese. Oh, they're all up here.
There, it's in the Discord.
Laughing because Blaine. Glad I can bring smiles to your day. Probably not have that up there. Anime. Oh. Just some nice sweats.
Right?
There you go. Some nice sweatpants. Now we can get back to playing. Before Vampire Milk plants this thing on B. He's about to plant it on the booty.
Oh,
we
they
went
have
to
it on A.
What? Why do we go to A? Woo.
A is easier to defend, I guess.
From the attacking side, it might be, actually. I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I already had dinner.
Did what I could. Oh, I got revived. Oh,
You were
how
getting
did that guy get me so easily? He just like saw I was getting revived and he snapped back to me to kill me.
Yeah, he's like, no, you do not get. The enemy captured the waypoint. Nice. Someone waypointed them.
I also got my ult back. I can easily hold a room with that. Oh, come on. They're able to follow him up so easily.
I
Not
just
today.
solo G maneuvered the melee, and then gun tank came out of nowhere and like helped him out. That was really silly. They activated a G maneuver. Nice. See, I can do it too. Watch out, there's a guy coming through the back roads. I got him. Came from the back side. Now he's on the front side. Now he's on the dead side.
Got him.
The clock is just a formality. Oh, plow! He's Mr. What's the Simpsons Mr.
Cosby's
Plow?
ult is so much fun.
Yeah, Mr. Plow.
Yeah, it's so funny.
We just need to disable this and then we win.
Now they don't have the waypoint either.
That is easy.
Way to go!
Good
See,
job.
we are way above our rank.
Our team is quite good.
We were quite wonderful on that one. Quite good indeed. Come on, let me have my mouse back. Let me have my mouse back.
I
King
had
Duck.
50k damage. That's very good.
Ooh, I went halfway up the 3rd tier.
Yeah, I got 92 rating for that.
86 for me. And I got my daily. Sweet. Awesome. All right. Well, that is going to do it for me on this Fun Time Friday.
Yeah, that sounds
How about
pretty
you
good.
guys? Michael,
That
are you going to
sounds good
buy
to
a
me.
robot model to put together that's a woman?
Correction, I have bought one. It is on its way.
Awesome.
It's the
Very
one I was
exciting.
looking at. So that's gonna be fun.
I love it. That'll be very exciting. Can't wait to see pictures in the Discord. Anything else this weekend you want to talk about?
I have an essay due next Friday. I'm gonna be spending the next 2 days working on it.
Yay! Yay!
Well, if you need help, we will laugh, I'm sure.
No, the essay's on like basically opinion. I just
Oh,
have to
gotcha.
cite a bunch of like philosophical theories, but it's mostly opinion.
Gotcha. Awesome. Alrighty, Serranos. Anything you got going on this weekend that you're excited about?
Probably gonna watch episode 2 for like at least more than like one show. Probably go up to like about 15, something like that. Watch a lot of stuff because I'm not really doing anything else this weekend. I got all my game demos done.
Other than the dog categories, anything else gonna get dropped, you think?
Probably
this
most
weekend?
stuff on the bottom half. I already, like I said, I already dropped the farming show because like I'm not. If you don't actually get any farming stuff, what's the point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't even reference farming outside of I want to go farm like at all. The second episode, he doesn't even like use attacks that are farming based,
He
like he did in
just
the first
hits
episode.
things. Honestly, his attacks on the farming based ones, they're still really lame.
They are, but like in the second episode, all he does is like punch.
He literally just
Stab.
punches something and it dies because he has
Yeah.
insane attack power. Really dumb.
How silly. I was hoping for weird farming stuff and we just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway. You all know me. I will be popping into Pop Culture Mechanic tomorrow morning. Probably very tired, maybe with a cup of coffee. Anime Guy usually streams on the weekends as well. Got to still figure out when he and I are going to record our Chainsaw Man video. He likes Chainsaw Man, so it should be a
Perfect.
very fun dynamic between the two of us.
Chainsaw
Yeah.
Man hater and perfectly normal appreciator.
Yeah, average fan versus Blaine.
Alexa, Chainsaw Man takes. I love that. I love that my entire background turns red now, so I can do the Dark Brandon Rising meme with Chainsaw Man. I am going to then have a wonderful Sunday, and I will be back Monday for another wonderful show here in the Escape Corner, watching all kinds of anime. Should be very, very fun. You know where to find me. If this stream is gone because of some of the things that were talked about tonight, you can find it over on Rumble once it gets syndicated over to Rumble. So there is always that. Check out my alt links down in the description, because even if you're not a political streamer, you might still get ate by the system. Everyone, thank you for being here today. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll catch you next time. Kampai.
Kampai.
Later.